Of the sex robot. All right, starting it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and a tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live-streamed Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition online role-playing adventures. I'm joined as always by my wonderful friends, Chris, playing Valravn, the Ythryn Bard of Eloquence.
Ooh.
Heather, I've tried to stall, but I cannot. Joining us in...
She's not here. Can't drag that name out any longer.
No. Rochelle not joining us tonight, playing Celeste the half-orc sun soul monk. Raymond playing Edmund the human alchemist artificer. And Reese playing Thimbleweed the Thrycreen swarmkeeper ranger.
Hello.
Everybody's and hers, I just realized.
Draw them all out now.
We stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday evening. Watch all of our streamed sessions here on YouTube. Read weekly session recaps at rogue20.com and watch my behind-the-scenes No Players Allowed live series Crafting Icewind every Monday and Thursday. Head over to our live post-session discussion Frostmaiden chat after our show tonight. You can also listen to all of these live D&D shows with the Rogue Watson podcast, available wherever you get your podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at Rogue Watson and join our official Discord server with invite link in the description below. If you'd like to support the channel, please check out patreon.com/RogueWatson. Patrons get exclusive access to private videos, custom 5e content, and participate in monthly DM roundtables and private patron D&D games. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. For video chat, we use Discord, and for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. Our music is by Kevin MacLeod, and our amazing original character art was done by Jimmy McClure. Also, shout out to my oldest daughter, Callista. It is her birthday today.
Happy birthday, Kelly!
Yep, we're almost through the hellacious 10 days of birthdays that I go through every year.
Somehow your family has timed that out terribly.
Terribly, yes. Thankfully, the youngest is a summer birthday, as all should be. Previously on Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. The blue-skinned humanoid emerged from the freshly drilled hole. It appeared male, but wasn't interested in replying to Valravn's questions. Instead, it dutifully headed south, emerging at the same grove Edmund and Frey had found, where a small horde of twisted creatures were attacking them. The Nothics charged into the split party with sharp claws and psychic attacks. They hungered for magic, and when Edmund stuffed one of them with magical purple pears, it eagerly began casting the random spells it temporarily gained. With the rest of the party joining in, they quickly mopped up the dangerous yet pitiful creatures. The Dryad thanked them and identified the still-moving, icy figure as a Magian, a magical construct created to be servants, laborers, and guards in Ythryn. While the Magian kept moving toward the southern tunnel, Edmund hung back, still magically under the control of the Dryad. This posed a problem for the players, which soon escalated into an all-out brawl after Valravn tried to dispel the enchantment. The Dryad retreated into the trees, even as one animated and took several swings at the eventually freed Edmund. Valravn, having regaled everyone with his past trauma with another Dryad, used his own form of magical manipulation to force her surrender, and the party quickly exited out of these troublesome caves. The lengthy tunnel the Magian went down wound for nearly a mile before emerging into a vast cavern, where the lost city of Ythryn lay half embedded in ice. Even as they approached a long, icy causeway, they could see the glowing Mythalar, the source of power for the city, spurting and contorting and creating rips and tears in space throughout the city. They had reached their destination, but their adventure was far from over. And Heather playing Frey, the halfling barbarian of the beast.
Welcome to Heather's technical difficulties.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't get any of my shit to turn on.
I do want to share with you, shout out to fan of the show, Demnick/Nick. I was talking about in crafting, we've been using that old for a party icon to like abstract the party moving on an overland map, that little dorky D&D like symbol thing from way
Dorky.
back when. For years and years we used this stupid little hexagon thing I used.
Stupid.
And I was that's my favorite part.
It's the only part I like of this.
It's Old Faithful, man.
Yeah. And he made this really amazing, shoot, where did I put it? There it is.
You already lost it, Demnix.
No, I got it right here.
I'll be the. Okay, I like that better.
Made this really cool fucking 10 Town Marshals badge with all the characters on there. And I think my favorite part is the fact that the 10 has been scratched out. Since there are unfortunately
pretty
no
good.
longer 10 towns.
Yep.
So we're going to be using this very lovely piece for our...
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
As our new party abstraction icon thing. But I wanted to show you the big version of it because when it's actually on the minimap, you don't get to see it in all its glorious detail.
Yep. That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like it.
So, you all arrived in Ythryn. However, you're all hurting pretty badly, having experienced just about every horror that the Caves of Horror had to offer. All you got was a
Caves of Horrors.
stupid
We
t-shirt.
saw them all. Yeah.
And I believe that you were looking to possibly get a long rest before venturing into the lost city that you have now discovered.
How's my character sheet looking?
I am going to move you onto this map, which I realize I've been staring at it the whole time instead of the landing screen. You have not.
I'm fine. Let's keep going.
Yeah, the only one who's not beat up to hell and back is your barbarian, because she was literally a monster for 2 sessions worth of fighting.
Yeah.
The rest of you, however, probably
She
not
was
feeling
trying
too
to kill
great.
us with no consequences whatsoever.
Hey, I learned that there are no consequences for trying to kill you because as soon as I stopped trying to kill you, you bardic inspiration to me. So
See? You see?
I've only been proven right.
like every other toddler, I've learned that there are no consequences to my actions.
Yeah.
Giving this to you as a handout. So when you emerge from this tunnel, you go down this icy kind of bridge in the left-hand corner here, and you're coming down at an angle, so that allows you to get a pretty good view of this city that's been partially embedded into the ice.
Hey, just like our houses past.
Yes, I have made lots of frozen jokes during crafting this week. It's been excellent segues to go from like the weather to like, all right,
He's pretty good. It's
and
pretty-
now
pretty
this
good.
frozen campaign works wonderfully. But if you would like, you can use the magic of the tiny hut to prop up and get a much needed long rest. Valen is certainly eager to check out the Mythalar, which she has identified is the glowing, large glowing ball here. However, this entire central spire, which seems to dominate the city, seems to be kind of glowing with this angry purple force. And the Magen, whom you have still been tracking, who has never stopped, never spoken or anything, just continues to move. And I believe you
He's a
mentioned
robot.
last time, yeah, you were hoping to rest, but also hoping to like somehow track its movements.
I'm not playing Reese. I'm not playing Thimbleweed anymore.
You're not.
True.
I'm here.
But may I ask you what that level 4 spell is?
What's the
You
level?
have a spell in level 4, I think, that allows you to track a creature you've looked at before.
Oh, yeah, that's locate creature.
Is that a
That's-
spell, or why did you put that there?
It autofills from being a swarm keeper, or
Hmm.
for the Tasha's
Okay.
ranger.
Well,
So it's
that
in
one
there,
looked
but I
like-
can't use level 4 spells yet.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
Yeah.
Or can you?
Okay,
Because we
never
might be
mind.
leveling up soon.
Oh, yeah. Last session I couldn't use level 4 spells.
That's right.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah, that one, gaseous form, and one of the level 2s, web, was already in there.
Anyway, just wondering. That would have been
Yeah.
the solution to track him without following him to a good rest.
Yeah, it would have been a great solution, I think. Yeah.
I think we decided he's just like walking a straight path, and we'll figure out where he goes at some point.
Yeah.
We'll track him later. Yeah.
We have trackers.
I mean, wherever he's going, he almost certainly is walking into danger, and we're not prepared for that at the moment.
Like I said, I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
You can
Do
stand
you wanna
guard.
not rest with us and spend 8 hours like tracking this Magen?
Now, last time she didn't
Y'all
rest with
really-
you,
You about to say
It's
you
true.
really want to turn me
when
loose?
you went to
yeah,
go
yeah,
find
yeah,
her,
by
she was a
myself?
fucking monster, and
That's true.
so
We
if
don't want the
anything,
cannibal ghost to find you again. and turn
if
you
anything,
into
she
a
needs to be
monster.
like Moon Knight, and you have to like handcuff her to wherever she's resting. It's just
Right.
absolutely can't be trusted.
I can't be trusted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
so
more
we'll
than happy to
we'll
slink
we'll
off.
figure out how to find him later. Tracks or magic. Or
Now, did I see him? Because as long as I saw him,
Yes,
You did.
I can track him.
yes. You. This was all last. I think it was the last session where you found this figure frozen in ice, blue skin, very weird, hairless and blue skin, humanoid, and was stuck in ice. Was like tapping on the walls. And Valravn used Drillbot to free this figure, and he stepped out and wasn't hostile at all, but it didn't seem to either want to or be able to communicate. And they just kind of calmly began walking in a certain direction, and everybody followed. At one point, Frey, after the battle with the Nothics, Frey got in his way, and you could see he cast a spell to like literally make her move. It was like a charming whatever enchantment spell, and she was forced to kind of move out of the way. So still wasn't like necessarily dealing damage or attacking, but definitely was like, get out of my way, I'm going. And then just kept moving towards this tunnel, of which Frey had already found was like the way to get out of the caves, and that led them to here. So he seemed to know his way. But yeah, he's not certainly making any effort to hide, his movement or tracks or anything. So you don't think it would be too difficult. So if you all would like, you can plop that hut down and we can do some much needed long resting. Do I need to throw your tokens on this map so you can
Probably.
click on that
Sure.
stuff for rest purposes?
Hmm.
Generally a good idea.
Alright, y'all are over here on the left side of the map.
There we are.
There should not be any, like, fog of war or anything on here. You guys, like I said, have pretty much full run of everything.
Do I? Hi.
Emma.
Hey, please excuse me, small child. I have something to say. Do I still have the -8 to my temporary hit points?
So that does get cured on a long rest.
Okay.
There was like a necrosis or something that took down
Yeah.
your max.
That was a vampire bite that did that shit. Yeah, you got bit by a damn vampire.
Yeah, I didn't care for that.
Yeah.
Which a locate creature wouldn't have worked on that because I never saw him.
Ooh,
I don't think.
how flavorful.
That's right. Yeah.
I just want to take a moment and look at all the things that Valravn had used. Look at all of that shit. That's glorious.
What's the? Oh, right. All my spell slots. Yes.
Yeah, it's not easy to drain spell slots of a level
That's right. I got a
12
lot of spell slots
player
at this
character.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's impressive. Edmund was out too, just about. Jeez.
Well, yeah. Ones and zeros up to max. Yeah, we were out of things.
Uh-huh. I was honestly surprised. I mean, you guys did that whole dungeon on one rest. Like, that was one long rest. I think you short rested 3 times.
Yeah.
And for like 7 sessions. That was pretty epic. And then you get what are your long rest stuff?
So here's a question.
Temporary hit points.
Oh, I guess yeah, it doesn't matter right now, actually. Yeah, temporary hit points, 15 temporary hit points.
Edmund, you get to do your stuff.
Let's also say that while we're long resting, I spend the time resummoning Lord Marbury also.
Ah, yes.
Nag.
Your pain in the ass Pegasus that I
That's right.
enjoyed murdering. Where was it?
I believe I
Brady
murdered.
that did the murder?
I think so.
Yeah, I believe I murdered the Pegasus. Thank you.
Murder most foul. And upon your long rest, you all level up. Oh yeah, Edmund doing okay.
What?
I was gonna comment on your elixirness.
Yep, got the elixir.
You still only get one
I'm
free
gonna-
one?
What's that?
Do you still only get one free one?
No, it's 2,
Two? Okay.
but I can use a spell slot to make more.
Okay.
And I'm looking for the crafting Charlatan rules again, so I can double check it, make some stuff. But I can't quite find it, but I'll work on it.
Upon your long rest, you all level up to level 13.
Level 13.
Congratulations. Since Edmund's working on it, we'll start at the bottom and look at Valravn, Gwenetane, Lanrier. Tell us about your level 13.
Level 13 is unexciting from a feature perspective. What happens is his Song of Rest goes up to a D10. So when we when we short rest, instead of getting D8 hit points back, you get D10 hit points back. So it's something. But I'm not gonna click it because I've told you this every time we've leveled up, Eric. You got to remove all your third-party shit from the character mancer. It breaks my computer every time. I click on the spell page and it spends 10 minutes loading every spell that you own.
Yeah, I thought I did that with this game. I thought we went through that, but you know the problem is if they add more shit, I need to deactivate it because I think it just automatically gets added. Yeah. That's probably the problem. I've probably did it like a couple months ago, and now they've added some more shit. Yeah.
Yep. But anyway, I'm not gonna click on it. Yeah, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna pull an Edmund here, a Raymond.
That is some Raymond bullshit. You're not gonna tell me what you get.
But Valravn gets a level 7 spell, and he's going to realize that utilizing the magics of his book, he can create areas that are bound by the page itself, creating cages that creatures cannot escape.
Oh,
that'll be good if I ever turn back into a Wendigo.
It will be very good. And he's getting a spell that you can probably figure out which one it is.
Cages them with force, you say?
But they will become bound by the page, is what I'm calling it.
All right. 7th level spells. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness.
And that is it. So let me do some HP rolling. I'll take it. It's one better than average. Which puts me at... Wait, I'm not sure if that's right. What am I at right now? Am I really not breaking 100 yet?
No, you were at like 90.
Okay, I'm at 98 now. Yeah.
Wow.
Still haven't broken 100.
Still, like when the squishiest one's got like 100 hit points.
Yeah, right. Yep, that's me.
All right. Thimbleweed. Tell me about level 13.
I get access to level 4 spells, so suck on that. I'll be taking... I automatically get... Oh yeah, it has to load up every single time, huh? Okay.
Now you're saying it.
Yeah. I've loaded up twice now, but locate creature, which if I've seen the creature, I think within 30 feet of me, I can cast a spell and sort of know where it is. And then I'll also...
Why do we even need trackers if we have these spells?
Exactly. I mean, the tracker has that spell, so
That's true. That's
You
true.
have to be a tracker to
To get the spell, yeah.
it's sort of like tracker on easy mode.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get rid of lightning bolts or lightning arrow.
Mm.
And get wind wall
Ooh.
in case anyone wants to spread some poison on us.
Okay. Oh yeah,
And
we
then,
did use that spell in a different campaign, didn't we? To like push away something.
something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Locate creature. And then I'll also get conjure woodland being.
That'll make Valravn feel right at home.
Probably not his woodland beings though.
Yeah.
His are probably
We've
something.
probably got a very
And-
specific idea of woodland beings he would like to conjure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the woodland beings I like to conjure are beetles. I think they're CR 0, so they're even worse than
Mag.
0.25 creature rating. But
Right.
all right, this is apparently okay. Loading up all those spells messed up the.
It does that.
Thanks.
Breaks it.
Sorry,
had
I didn't
had
think to
reload
check.
Roll20.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll roll for my hit points and then put the spells over there at some point. Right. Yeah, I'll be taking another level end ranger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
wow.
good.
All right. Not bad.
It hasn't caught up yet. There we go. A 9. Nice.
Now spells are
128 beetles, you say?
Each with their own initiative.
those two.
Beetle 1, Beetle 2, Beetle 3.
Yep.
I think I can summon 8 beetles.
8 beetles at level 0. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
just
and my
say rating
swarm.
1-4 or lower, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much an infinite amount of beetles. Oh, apparently I also get Arcane Eye. I didn't know that.
Mm,
Let's see what that does. There's
Oh,
that
that's
also.
a good one.
okay.
That's the equivalent of the one that Edmund did this on the stone tablet, where you got this little invisible drone that flew around.
Oh, looking in every direction. You can move the eye. Oh, so you can, yeah, you create a little drone. Good. Is it a little bug that you can see through its eyes? Is that the
It'll
thing?
be another beetle. Sure.
Yeah, another beetle.
It's the one from Wakanda Forever. The little
That's right.
insect
Little
thing.
robot beetle. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a dragonfly.
Yeah. I saw that for the first time on the first, and
We did
it was
too.
great, but-
We did too.
holy crap, that movie's long.
It's very long.
Holy crap.
It's very
Yeah.
long.
Anyway,
Yeah, it was
Still
good.
really
apparently.
good though.
We literally just
Still
watched
really
it
good.
too this week. Yeah,
Nice. Nice.
it was fantastic. But
yeah.
man,
It was very long. Yeah, and we don't start it till like 10 o'clock at night after the kids have finally gone down.
yeah, that's my level.
Nice. What's our hit points at these days?
It's a smooth 130.
Ooh, I like it.
Ooh, that is smooth.
Getting close. Getting
Getting
close.
close.
Barbarian.
Barbarian
Don't
has
Stop.
patronize me.
Stop, everybody. You're in a whole different weight class.
Not yet, but I will
Speaking
be.
of Frey,
Every hit point maximum, Frey's gonna go like, "Good job."
yeah,
That's respectable.
You know,
Yeah.
Valravn, one day you will break 100 hit points.
Yeah, thank you.
And we will throw a party.
yeah.
For level 13 for Frey, the Freydigo gets 3 extra attacks.
Wait, what? No,
A smooth 3 extra.
that's madness.
No, I get a couple different things. Obviously the proficiency bonus goes up. I now have 5 rages. And I now, for the Path of the Beast, get a brutal critical 2. So at a previously lower level, when I roll a crit attack, I got to roll an extra damage dice on top of the 2 damage dice that you already get to roll. So I get to roll a 3rd. Now I get to roll a 4th. So
all right.
yeah, if I crit,
So,
it's real
crits
bad.
are- yeah, real bad. Yeah.
Yeah, unless I like completely whiff on my damage dice rolls like I did the last time I
I was gonna
crit.
say I think that happened one time, and like the next time you roll just regular damage, and it was like just
Yeah.
as good. You're like, all
Yeah, I
right.
was like, ugh, yeah, it was bad.
But that's why we have the massive damage table that adds some spiciness.
hmm So yeah, but that's all I get. Nothing really too fancy for 13. So
Oh, we're all getting a proficiency bonus increase too.
That's
a big
true.
one.
This is a
Mhm.
big tier upgrade where everybody gets their proficiency goes up. So literally, you just get a +1 to all the shit that you're good at,
Yeah.
essentially.
oh, that was cool. Sorry, my 14 gets really cool. All right, so I will take my roll. I'll take it.
Nice. Yeah. Once
Rolling
again,
some good hit points
one lower than the
tonight.
max. Yeah.
Jeez. No pressure, Ray, but everybody is rolling damn near max hit points.
All right,
So
let's try it.
my new hit points are 186.
Good
Jesus
lord.
Wait, you are double Robin now.
Oh shit! Did we get there?
You got
98.
there.
Wow,
What
I
was your
knew we
number
could
again?
do it. Who would you like to thank?
How many hit points are you at?
Me?
I'm at 96, I think is what it was.
Is it,
So
you're
more than
100
double you.
You're 180.
I'm 186.
Damn,
That's crazy.
that's really crazy.
You're worth over two Valravens.
Or a Valravn and Edmund.
Or a Valravan Edmund. The ship we're all desperately seeking.
All right, well, I think I'll take level 13 Artificer.
Okay, bold choice.
Yes. All right, let me roll my dice here. Come on.
We're all
better-
this campaign. We're all sticking to our lanes. No one's trying to multi-class. It's like,
True.
Heather did multiclass
Tried it
into fighter
first.
for a
Oh, that's
hot
true.
second.
You got a fighter,
Yeah,
yeah.
And
for
it was
like
the worst decision
a couple
have
levels, and yeah, she never ended up using anything and just went back.
made. I
Ooh.
did one level of fighter. One.
Yeah.
right.
And it was awful.
Holy
pretty
crap! Look at this.
That's a good roll right there.
Everybody, yeah.
Gets
all
me to
one-
an even 100 hit points.
Nice.
It's a race between you and I. Just see who can.
I like
do
that
well.
round number.
Yep, that's nice.
All right. Let me see if I can make the. All right, small child. What is it? What do you want? Go down? Okay. All right. Let me click through this. So yeah, I don't get too much at level 13. I do get a 4th level spell slot though, but just one. And I also gain, just for being an artificer, I also gain a couple more 4th level spell slots, which is no fun. But Blight and Death Ward.
Ooh.
Ooh, those are good.
Death
They
Ward's
are.
pretty cool. Blight, you just
But-
saw Valen use against the plant
Yes,
monster because she was so
Blight is
excited
right.
about it.
Destroy plants. spell.
Yeah.
But like I said, I only have one level 4 spell slot, so
yeah.
I
Oh,
can only
right.
do one of those.
You have
And
a bunch of spells, but only one ability to use it.
Yeah.
yeah, so let me click next to this. Let me not change anything. But I do have, and I will tell you what spell I'm going to pick this time. Let me see. I don't want to touch any of that. Okay, next. And apply changes, proficiency bonus. Okay. Give me 1 second.
Loading.
So this spell, and I'm going to replace jump. 'Cause I'm like, well, I have the boot, so jumping is not going to be
Oh,
any
yeah.
use. So I'm going to get rid of, because I don't have a new spell slot. Again, it's intelligence plus artificer level divided by 2, rounded down. So
Mm.
I'm going to get rid of jump because that doesn't help too much. But this spell is like the alchemist that I was aiming for when I created Edmund.
Hmm.
Fabricate. I can convert raw materials into products of the same material. Basically, transmuting.
The very definition of transmutation,
Create
in
a
fact.
wooden bridge from a couple of trees, rope from a patch of. Yeah, all right. You just make things. You make whatever you want.
Transform
Make
things into other things. And you turn
Fortunately, it
people
is
into
level
a
one.
bridge.
Object.
Or level 4, so I only have 1 out of Blight and Death Ward, but I'm sure I'll choose wisely, whichever one I pick.
That's right.
Medium, take with a single 5-foot cube. Creatures or magic items can't be created or transmuted by this spell.
I'm gonna turn
You
them
can't
into
make a
massive...
flesh bridge.
Yep.
So I'm happy with that spell. Let's see how I can use it.
Cool.
The last sentence is interesting. You can't create items that require a high degree of craftsmanship, like jewelry, weapon, glass, whatever, unless you have proficiency with the type of artisan's tools used to create such objects. So you could make, if you were, I don't know what a good example is.
I feel like there's a campaign where you like destroy the economy of D&D or something by just making armor and jewelry out of like just random plants and trees.
I can make money. Oh wait, no. I guess I need gold to make gold, but anyway.
He becomes the ultimate Etsy shop. He makes like bracelets out of everything.
It's all Charlotte in the end, though.
I know.
Exactly.
I don't think Frey is here, but I was like, in case she transforms again, like I could make a small stone cage out of stone. But anyway.
Yeah, and then so you'll get your temporary hit points for Robin's thing.
Yep, 15 temp hit points.
Inspiring thing.
Again, because Lord Marbury's here, Valin sadly does not get any temp hit points.
Oh, you prioritize the Pegasus over your actual... You know what? That's fair. Most people would probably choose their pets over...
yeah. A lady that you work with.
Work associates, I was going to say. I hope she's become a little more elevated by now, but I get it. Yeah. I get it.
Oh, and Reese, did you say I was able to create 5 more Charlatan arrows?
Oh, that's exciting.
I failed the first roll, but I got the second roll.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
5 more. That's a lot of
when
arrows.
I played you last time, though, I did try it. I missed, and you did go mad a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to miss hits with your attack modifiers.
Mm-hmm.
I did it though.
You did do it. After the...
Did you go mad?
I forget what
happened to you.
I
don't remember what it was. It was some temporary mess.
I think you were like incapacitated.
Yeah, they only last like a round.
Oh yeah, you. I think because you rolled like a 1, I think is what it was, and you like spent the whole turn sobbing because
uncontrollable sobbing with the 1 missed attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you all can enjoy a nice, comfortable 8-hour rest in your hut. Probably, maybe you decide on the outskirts. You know, maybe don't quite venture into the city proper, but maybe stay on this very conspicuous ice bridge over the chasm.
Frey requires a solid 10 hours of sleep.
You sleep in a little bit extra.
No little.
Yeah. At some point it smells like horse, though, because Lord Marbury does appear. And it's not the biggest... He's clean.
Now, does he remember what happened to him?
Does he smell the fray and get nervous?
Question. I don't know if he remembers. Like,
does he retain memories, or are you wiping the memory?
Does he reset every time he goes back and forth?
Yeah.
Right.
He's clean, but
I think he would have to retain memories, otherwise he wouldn't know.
Yeah, he probably does.
Rob will have to introduce himself every single time.
It's like 50 first dates.
Exactly. You know me. We're old friends.
Check your arm tattoos, and that'll tell you.
Why do I hate you so much?
Or maybe that's why he became a bard, to write things down. He's been having to write down memories for Lord Marbury this whole time.
That's the twist at the end. From behind, so after the rest ends, from behind the tunnel that you all emerged from, a pair of familiar figures emerge. Their clothes are stained with blood, but Valish and Nass appear mostly unharmed. And Valish says, "Excellent work clearing a path. It wasn't entirely cleared. We ran into a bit of a vampire problem." Nass, who still looks like one of the frost druids, because that's the body she's currently possessing, says, "No vampire! What a waste! Is that it? The Netherese city?" "That's it. By the gods, what a find! And the Mythalar! Nass, you must have activated it when you used the orb." And then Valin speaks up and says, "The orb that belongs to the Arcane Brotherhood, you traitorous thief! And the two women
We
glare at
did
each other.
Explain to her
Yeah.
what was going on, right? Like she's not surprised by these two walking.
No. This is I'm
Okay.
trying to. We had a conversation at the beginning of the Caves of Hunger dungeon that involved all this, and then they
I
kind
just want
of
to make sure that we did explain it to her at some point.
There was some explanation, but yeah, this is the first meeting up since that event.
Yeah.
But there's still obviously no love lost there, and there's they're glaring at each other, and Gian actually looks at all of you nervously.
I mean, I'm still certain they're gonna stab us in the back at some point.
Well, he's looking at you nervously, like these two are about to get into a fight. As you recall,
nervously?
Valish Gaunt is looking at you.
Oh,
As you recall, Nass did kidnap and possess
Yeah.
Valin for quite a time, and she's obviously not happy about that situation.
And I say we let them duke it out. Be a good show.
And I am relying on you to be the better woman here. This girl and this that possesses corpses or possesses anything doesn't seem to have a lot of sense in her head.
No, clearly not. I've always been the better one. Think but an upstart apprentice. You can see the other Nass just like snarls at her a bit.
Frail just feel. I mean, she did get the jump on you and kind of possess you, though. So, I mean, for an upstart apprentice, that's pretty damn good. Frey's totally egging this on.
She is like fanning the flame.
She wants to see this fight.
She's going back and forth, like, she did kick your ass last time. She... Listen, I know that there is animosity between a whole tangled web of us at the current moment, but for the time being, we have a common goal. And I would suggest that we put all our animosities aside until we are outside of this very dangerous situation that we find ourselves in.
Gant nods and says, yes, the Mythalar being active, clearly something's wrong with it. And even as you're sitting here having this conversation below in the city, you can again see from this distance this orb kind of contract and vibrate, make these weird visual effects, and kind of spurts out like sparks and like the arcane energy equivalent of like a sparking wire, live wire. And at the same time, you hear like a snap and a crackle, and a part of the city you can see like a little tear appear and then like zip out. And another part of the city, like things contort and undulate. Like it's a just mass.
Do I remember any of this from my visions that I got that I never told anybody about?
What you saw in your visions was you saw this city flying, you saw it crashing. You saw this Mythalar wink out, like it was just spurting along like normal, and then you saw it just shut off. The entire city crashes into the ground, and then you see time pass very rapidly in like a montage sequence, and then you see and the city's kind of like dark, although there's still some lurking figures about, and then all of a sudden this thing kind of lights up very violently and starts doing this malfunctioning thing, and you see, and in your mind, and you maybe think that the Frostmaiden had been projecting a future, and you could see it just go these ripples and sparks of energy and bursts were becoming more frequent and suddenly expanding outward. And you could see these tears becoming bigger and larger until it just really started ripping just giant spaces, and then those spaces and portals didn't go away, and then you could see like just shit coming through and tentacles and just all kinds of badness. And that was what she was trying to impart on you. You think there was this thing being active was a danger, specifically.
Okay.
Loravin will turn to Valish and say, now I know what a Mythalar is, but for the sake of my friends here, perhaps you would explain it for them in an elementary sort of way so that they might understand fully what that thing is.
He does not know what a Mythalar is.
He nods and says, well, it was our understanding that they were a source of great power, perhaps constructed by many, many wizards over years back in the Netherese Empire. And they functioned like incredibly powerful artifacts that could recharge magical items and keep basically a magic city functioning through various means, including sustaining an entire city in the air and be able to fly and control the weather around it. It had, from what the little research we've done and what destroyed ones we've been able to recover. He's speaking, we as in the Arcane Brotherhood. That is our understanding. No one has ever found one intact, let alone seen one that was still even partially functioning.
You idiots turned this one back on?
Yeah, that might have been my bad.
Would this have been the basement thing with the Astrolab sort of
Yes,
set up?
yes,
That's
good memory.
Okay.
Yes, so Gaunt was arrested when he did the dig site, and basically was just trying to find the source of all the Shardland that was in the area, and had located a large source, but wasn't quite sure what that meant. Just like there was some large source in the glacier was all he was able to find, and then he got arrested for it. He was able to follow up on it, and then Nass, who was his apprentice / lover, evaded arrest, went to the Arcane Brotherhood, stole this divination orb that's just this powerful kind of seeking artifact that they had, went to Icewind Dale, plugged it into the apparatus that they had to search, and several things happened, but mainly she was able to pinpoint a location and actually get like a 3D image of this entire city. Unfortunately, the resulting feedback absolutely destroyed her corporeal body, and she became like this ghostly creature, although she still had a lot of power from that. And what they're now surmising is that act seemed to have reactivated the actual Mythalar, and at the same time, the timeline lines up where that is when Auril the Frostmaiden shut everything down in the region as a result of this happening. And you may think that maybe as her security precaution.
Okay. So we need to shut this thing down to solve all of our problems, I suppose.
Again says, well, let's not be too hasty. Perhaps if we can harness it, or Ythryn Valen just sighs and says, you see what that thing is doing? You see what you've done? You've meddled in things you don't understand.
If we're able to give you some access to its power as part of this agreement, my friend, so be it. But you must understand that our highest priority is alleviating the situation in this region. And if shutting down that battery over there is the only way to do it, we will not hesitate.
Of course, nobody's actually sure how to deal with it. As I said, we've never found one intact before.
Oh, but I can tell you what will happen if it doesn't go away.
Please do not let that one smash it with her axe. This would be most likely catastrophic.
Listen, she's in contact with the Frost Goddess herself. Whatever she wants to do, I'm assuming is the right course.
Good lord, you've been talking with the Frostmaiden?
It's unclear. Ask her.
Yeah, he is.
She'll just make her eyes glow real bright at him. Won't say anything. Just kind of smirks.
I don't.
He is our solution to most problems.
I don't know what relationship the Frostmaiden has with this city, other than I don't know.
You don't know a lot of things. Why are you still talking?
I've been in prison for the last 2 years.
Exactly. So shut up.
Yeah. Nasty.
First, your little girlfriend is the one who brings about the end of the world just because she's trying to get your stupid butt out of prison. Now we have to deal with it. And yes, I'm going to hit it with my axe. And if
With
you get in my
regard
way,
to
I
our-
will go through you.
With regard to our Frostmaiden friend here, though, I just want you to know that we all come to the city with different goals.
Some of us are.
Aren't we a fine group then? We all trust each other.
Not the least.
Yeah.
This one here, pointing at Frey, could just transform at any moment.
Oh yeah, they don't know about that.
We certainly saw some sort of vicious handiwork.
Mhm. I hope you have ways to restrain creatures.
Well, perhaps we will hang back then, since we're all still on a tense mood. Clearly this city is not as dead as any of us was thinking.
If you think you can risk us discovering the power first.
I trust them to be on our tails as soon as we encounter anything of interest. These two seem to have a knack for showing up when things are getting interesting.
Showing up when everyone else has to do the hard work, I think is what you mean.
Exactly. Although they did take care of our vampire problem. That's kind of nice.
Well, they insinuated they took care of a vampire
That's true,
problem. That
that's
does not
true.
necessarily mean they took care of a
They
vampire
only said they
problem.
met the vampire. They
Yeah,
didn't say-
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They
that's
didn't say
true.
it.
Well, you guys hang back and we'll do all the fun work.
Yes, by all means. You did a fine job last time.
Hope you two don't die out here.
Yeah, same to you.
I mean, or if you do die, I mean, that's fine too.
Yeah.
If you die, Belin can raise you again as a skeleton.
Yeah,
Oh, I would
still be useful to
love
us.
that.
She'll raise you with skeletons, and your little girlfriend can still be here.
That's right. You could possess a skeleton, dear. Can you do that? Would that be too breezy for you? Too drafty? Valin obviously is pointing at the Mythalar, saying, well, clearly that's a goal. I'm not sure about its current location. What's going on here?
On the map, is the Mythalar the orange thing in the middle of the purple thing?
Yes.
The purple tower?
That's what
Okay.
they've been identifying, yeah.
Okay. The orb, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
The middle of the purple tower? Yeah.
Yep. This central spire looks something like this, I believe.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
A lot more rocky than the map would lead us to believe.
Yeah.
The map is very Dr. Seussian.
It's supposed to be like very alien architecture. Like this is old, and it's a completely like foreign layout. And I mean, obviously that you can identify like buildings and towers and things, but everything looks really strange compared to what you all normally are used to.
Yeah. And the whole thing already looks like a UFO. So
Mhm.
that's...
Yeah.
First things first. Who here thinks there's life still in this city?
Define life. We just went through a cave that was supposedly devoid of life and fought gods know how many things in there.
Exactly.
So by that definition, there's probably plenty of life in here.
If there is life, I shall know of it.
You know of it?
He sounds confident. So
I am Thimbleweed.
yes.
Not quite answering the question.
Indeed.
So, what are we seeing here? It looks like all
Yeah.
these buildings. Is that fenced in, or was the circle perimeter around the buildings?
Yeah, it looks
The
like
street light looking things.
yeah, yep. These are literally lights, so the place is still lit up. Obviously, you think it must be magical in some way. Literally like street lamps circling the area.
Like this thing here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like a sidewalk type thing, just denoting like where there's a bunch of buildings. You can tell there's a major thoroughfares out here, but then this is almost like a neighborhood or a collection of buildings or something in this area.
We already encountered like a tourist stand thing, so we kind of know that like the city is at least somewhat like metropolitan, you know?
Yeah, and you can even maybe think you look out and see kind of what would make for residential and commercial and
like individual districts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a park.
From your vantage point, I can try to just from looking at things. Yep. So you see what looks like a stadium with like giant masts, 3 of them emerging from the ground, and they seem to be like kind of sparking a little bit with electricity. There's a tower not too far from you, which has a giant arcane symbol etched on the top of it.
I assume it's that.
Yeah, those are kind of the 2 things on the way to this giant central spire where the Mythalar is, and that's kind of the direction Valen's urging you towards.
Not sure it'd be wise to walk straight to the middle of the city. You know?
Right. And also, even though this Mythalar is our goal now, without knowing how to deal with it or knowing its nature or purpose or mechanics, some exploration might be in order to gain some context on its operation.
You damn adventurers and your exploration.
We're just so curious.
But yes, that it does stand to reason. We should maybe gather some more information, I suppose.
I mean, you're always free to wait with your friends.
I'm done with waiting, and clearly done with them. I do not think time is going to be on our side here, though.
Well, we have a path towards the giant orb of reality distortions killing everything. We'll just stop by on our way over.
All right, you tell me.
Let's split the party.
And
one of us go to a separate district and explore.
My vote is to explore the city right here and see if there's any life or armies or something. I don't trust it's too quiet. My vote is to explore the buildings right here.
Like this residential looking area over here?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Open up, Marshals. Give us your food. I'm hungry.
We've enacted martial authority.
Also known as martial rules.
Yeah.
You do note in that direction is where you last saw the Magen heading.
Oh, right. We forgot about him.
Yeah.
You made Cass. Do we need to locate him?
We were curious about where he was going.
He was not going to the center of the city?
No.
I have ways of finding people.
He pulls out a phone.
Hey, Jen. Is it an E or an I? I'm not.
He lives at 123.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to track him yet.
It seems like he's going where you want to go. So,
How long can you track him for?
An hour.
Well, I guess we decide, do we want to chase after him for the next hour or give him a little more time?
Can let him think he is free of us for a while.
We did give him 8 hours to go wherever he wanted.
I mean, I get.
Yeah, that's the thing is it was 8 hours ago and he was not stopping or anything. He just kept moving it. And he's moving at a normal pace, but you don't think he was going to stop for anything.
Yeah. And would you immediately know if he was like in that city area, or if he just would you know his like location?
Yeah, how does that spell actually work?
I didn't actually cast it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, just read.
Since the
So
direction
1,000 feet.
creature's location allows the creatures within 1,000 feet. Hey, fun fact, if you use the marker on here, the should be accurate.
Oh.
Marker, the ruler.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh geez.
Yeah.
Then 1,000 feet kind of covers it.
Yeah. It's when I actually did, I didn't change it because it would have changed probably too many things, but I think the city is way too small by scale.
Scale wise, it does seem a little odd. That
Yeah.
means that there's these buildings are like
Super tiny,
super tiny,
like
yeah.
1 room buildings. Yeah,
Right.
maybe not 1 room, but pretty small.
24
But I guess
buildings?
ancient buildings might have been a lot smaller.
Yeah.
Might have been.
100-foot stadium.
Yeah, 100-foot stadium is a little small.
A little small.
No, we don't know what sport they're playing, so
That's
Oh,
very
yeah,
true,
yeah.
and I get it because of the grid. When you think about like the scale of D&D, like you can't get too crazy with some of the
Yeah.
distances.
Like,
so.
like an actual city, like a realistic city size. Would
Yeah.
just be unwieldy.
this,
Yeah.
this could be an advanced form of goat ball.
That's right. I've seen this before. I don't think it'd hurt to just do it and see where he's at. We would know exactly where he's at then.
All right, at least we can head in that direction.
Yeah.
And
But yeah, I'm alright with exploring this little residential looking area first.
Okay.
So basically, I said, on the back of his head, you going places I haven't stepped.
Your mic's totally fucked up for a second. You sounded like a robot. I don't know what happened there. If
yeah,
you'll,
yeah, your mic is doing weird.
did you hear that
things
too?
right now.
Okay. You all
And
can
now
head
it's gone.
toward the city. Did you want to cast the spell or no?
cast it.
Thimbleweed, are you casting locate creature?
Sure. If that's what the party wants. That's
I
what
to be
the party
coerced into it.
gets. You have limited time to try to find this person now.
Yeah.
Can
concentration
you
of
walk
time.
1,000 feet in an hour? I
Really?
don't think so.
What is it, a mile? Like 1,200 feet or something? Like, I don't know.
16?
It's
15,
time for
15
my-
something? 15 something, I think.
For my nap.
In battle, we can move 30 to 60 feet in 3 seconds. So
Yeah, in 6
Yeah.
seconds. But yes, that's
Granted, that's
Oh,
probably
that's
hauling
fine.
ass, but still.
yeah.
Making me tired. We should take a break for 50 minutes.
The time is running out.
Thimbleweed, when you cast that spell, it does light up about kind of in the middle of the area you're going into, but it's very dim and faint. Like you can locate them, but it's almost like a very faint signal.
Hmm.
And they also don't appear to have gotten terribly far in 8 hours. See my little.
Well, we know. Okay,
bloop,
what we know about the
bloop.
Magian is that they're not people, so they don't have like thoughts and
They don't have rights.
they don't rights.
They're not people.
They don't have like ideas and emotions and things. They just have a job that they're assigned and they do their jobs. So wherever he
Oh
went.
man, now I want
presumably
to make a whole Blade Runner like subplot with
Yeah, that's right.
like
They've developed emotions.
yeah.
Is a Magian not a man?
You could do that. So presumably wherever they were going was just them doing whatever job they had before the breakdown of this civilization.
Yeah.
So wherever they're at, they're probably like just turning some lever that does nothing. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of what you've been surmised, and that's kind of what the Dryad said, is that they were built as, laborers and servants and guards and just all the entire work. They just constructed this working class essentially.
High Magian. Yes, that's right. Okay, well let's head in.
Yeah,
We're all going to the same place for different reasons.
heading in. If you would like to
Oh wow, I was wrong. Sorry, Demnix.
explore
1,200.
5. Okay, I knew it was a 5 in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scale in the city is way fucking off. I don't know where they got off with.
Wait, so if 5,000 feet is a mile, this whole entire city is like
It's like a city
quarter
block
of a
or
mile?
something. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me at all if you really look at it. It's way too tiny.
Like 200 people live here max.
Yeah, like it didn't even work for a small. It doesn't make any sense to me. I thought about changing it, but I was like, I don't know if that would screw other things up. So
Right? Yeah.
yeah, it's
It got up in scale and feet and miles.
weirdly tiny.
Half hour.
Everything is like a bag of holding. So you step into a building, it's all bigger. It has
That's
extra
right.
dimensional space on the inside. If you want, you can either go towards there, or you can just search these buildings for treasure.
Let's do both. Let's head that general direction,
Loot
but
and
let's
things.
look around while we're headed that general direction. I mean, I guess I'm just curious about what this area is. Does it seem residential? Does it seem like it's a bunch of houses, or?
You know, everything is pretty destroyed in here. It's rubble. It's collapsed things. But yeah, it's just a collection of. A lot of it appears to be commercial throughout here. So you maybe think it was businesses or places people sold stuff at and or frequented, like gathering places. So maybe this was a kind of a commercial district area. Do have table should work. Okay, so if you look at essentially you guys can search for probably about 30 minutes total. If you want to just literally let's like do a cursory search through the surrounding area, just try to find what you want to find.
What's this thing that looks like a big tree trunk connected to the thing in the middle?
That is a great question, and it is clearly dominating and the largest structure in this area, and you can definitely go check that out as well. And yes, you can see it's clearly connected to this giant spire here. Yeah, and it definitely draws your eye, and it's this huge imposing structure that literally connects to the central spire.
Yeah, let me investigate that.
Okay, so you do not want to search these buildings first, you just want to go straight to that site?
I'd ruined.
Leaving us to go do his own things. I want to search buildings.
Okay.
You said they were ruined.
I mean, you can still spend time searching through them, but yeah, it's not like this area is pristine. You can tell this area clearly experienced a catastrophic apocalyptic event, when it crashed and left this place literally looking at like a post-apocalyptic city.
Edmund is not looking for a treasure. If everything looks kind of messed up and no signs of life, he's gonna go straight to that thing.
Belen's kind of with you. She's interested in learning information, but yeah, not entirely interested in searching through rubble for.
And this is where the scale's gonna bite you in the ass a little bit, Eric, because like if they go explore that thing, that means they're like 100 feet away. We can just yell and they'll hear.
Well, maybe that encourages you guys to split around and do different things.
Exactly.
I'm not necessarily against that. So
I feel no qualms about them going another 60 feet to explore this thing because it's only 60 feet.
Sure, right, yeah. And I think that was probably why it was designed this way, so it's not like a big pain in the ass to like, oh, we gotta go all the way over there. Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, for those of you who are searching, pick a person and you can search. There's actually a macro for this called Ythryn Treasures. Ythryn starts with a Y, by the way, so maybe near the bottom.
Okay.
The macro should be clickable and should result in a proper treasure table, which I have slightly reconfigured. Here.
Okay, I've got it. Just one of us click on it?
Yeah, that'll
said?
that'll
Okay.
basically determine like what the
Like,
general
all of us
searching
searching?
has uncovered.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat a purple pear while I walk over there.
Nice.
Doesn't work, huh?
Still, that I don't know what is wrong
Oh.
with that one. That one, it drives me crazy. So yeah, you'll have to use that one.
Well,
Gain the druid.
Druid craft.
Craft
You have to look
cantrip.
at that spell.
Yep.
Your
so I
macro
have
does
3 invisibility and 3 druid craft now.
You were already on the effects of a purple pear, right?
I was.
Okay.
Oh god, he's getting drunk as he's walking too.
He's getting drunk.
I
Let's
wasn't
see.
sure if it was a timing thing or not.
It seemed like a stacking thing. You just can't
Ah.
stack 2 of them on top of each other.
You're actually okay right now.
No.
Yeah, you eat 2. I think I mentioned the fact you eat 2 and you feel kind of a rumbling in the tummy,
Ah.
but you're not quite. But yeah, you feel like it's a little bit of indigestion, but nothing too terribly
queasy,
serious right
nothing I
now.
can't
Yeah.
handle.
You just think like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have another one of those. My stomach's trying to tell me
It's like
something.
you've had one too many donuts. It's like,
Yeah.
I want a donut.
Yeah,
No, I'm not
but I'm
feeling
not
drunk.
15 anymore, so
Yeah.
I can't be putting those away.
Your Ythryn table does not exist, by the way. No table found with that name.
My goodness, why does this work for me?
I don't know. Maybe you have to share the tables?
Okay, let me
Themselves?
check that. Well, I mean, I shared the other one because that's how you can roll it.
Yeah. I mean, I
Oh,
don't see the
players
Ythryn
can roll
table.
from table. Okay, sorry. Try it now.
Okay.
Are you rolling the macro or the table?
Yeah, the macro.
Okay.
itself. There it goes.
Sweet. Okay, so you discover 1d4 pieces of ancient jewelry worth 100 gold each through your searching. You can obviously roll a 1d4. To determine how much jewelry you find.
Wait, what do I roll? A D4.
1d4.
4.
All right, you found a nice haul, like a lockbox in the back of a jewelry shop, apparently.
Can we say, just to ease the mechanics of this game, that I find ruby dust somewhere?
Ruby dust?
Because I don't have to. It's not consumable, but the level 7 spell I took says it requires. I own some ruby dust.
Does it have a monetary attachment to the ruby dust?
It does. It's more than this, actually.
How much is it?
What does it say? Ruby dust worth 1,500 gold.
Whoa.
Yeah, I saw that like after I leveled up, and I was like, I don't know, where did I get that? I mean, I've got gold, but I don't. There's no way for me to buy that here.
Yeah, I'd be willing to put this towards that, but you'd obviously need to find more.
Okay.
I'm sure we can work something out. How much gold do you have?
I've got 1,200 gold, and then some crazy amount of silver, 1,200 silver, and then 26 platinum. So I've probably got enough money in my thing, but I don't. But once again, like we don't have access to a
Technically
shop
not
right
ruby,
now,
yeah. I mean, we can, if you want to start putting that 400 gold towards the ruby dust, I'd be fine with it. But obviously, you'd be needing to get some more of that.
Buying some more stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, look what you just found after like 30 minutes of searching. So this place has still
Right.
got some good treasures in there. You also find a piece of Ythryn lore just by like looking at signs or studying through whatever ancient books you can find, or just equivalent of billboards and things. And the one you learn is that by law, every mage in Ythryn was taught the prestidigitation cantrip and was obliged to use it to keep the city clean.
Oh.
They could just
Let's
Weird.
reflect
magic
that.
their shit away.
Like Disney World.
That's right.
Yeah. Just like Disney World.
Which
Just
is,
like Disney.
I don't know why I read this week.
I don't know why.
A weird bit of Harry Potter lore that before toilets were invented, wizards shit their pants and just magicked it away.
What?
I read that on Reddit this week. I don't know.
Instead of toilets?
Yeah. Or before toilets were like a thing, like back in like the earlier days.
I mean, if I wouldn't,
The
if I didn't have to pull down my pants every single time,
yeah.
sure.
Wow. Okay.
I don't
I
know.
walk
Harry
around
Potter,
with a hole in
Harry
my
Potter
pants.
lore is apparently insane. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Wow.
It's-
Shit in the britches and the magic
That's
away.
right. And then
Well,
magic
I mean,
it
that
away.
might be what happened here. They used prestidigitation to keep everything clean.
just magic it away.
Just magic it away. That's all I gotta do. That's how they became so bougie. Edmund, were you specifically wanting to go towards where because you notice that by the entrance is basically where Thimbleweed told you that the last sighting of his locate creature had found where the Magen was basically where you're going to. So just to give you a heads up on that.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep. So as you end up going towards this giant stump and you're trying to like roll around and find like where the entrance to this thing is, you end up kind of weaving through these side streets and alleys, and this ancient architecture is just looming over you the whole time. And for all of you, you hear this is not a quiet place either. There are distant screams. There's mutterings and hisses around. There's that weird rippling effect every time the Mythlar seems to contort and something happens somewhere in the city. It's been very unsettling this whole time. And shadows lurking and flittering throughout areas. This is definitely not a dead city.
Is that the district we're in, or is this whole
all around?
disc?
Really?
Okay.
Yeah. You've noticed this all around. It persists as you're in here in this area.
Okay.
And at one point, all of you just hear a voice, very clearly, but also in the ancient language that you heard the Wraith speak, which Valen can understand it, and I believe Valrobin can understand. Oh, and the Dryad spoke it too, which was essentially like a very heavily accented form of Elvish, and you get the feeling that was like their ancient tongue, which Valen identified as Laros. And the voice says, "Fear not, good citizens of Ythryn. Your great and powerful leader, Iralarthus, continues to watch over you." And that's all you hear.
Iralarthus?
Irio, I cannot
Irio.
say this fucking name. Ariolarthus
Okay.
was the name. I don't even know if I can spell it properly without looking it up.
Yeah.
I struggled
Oreo-
with this so badly in the crafting
Oreo
stream.
lathe?
I was just getting all kinds of tongue-tied. That's the spelling. You might have to unplug your mic or something. I don't know what's happening.
You are a full robot.
You're a full robot. I think this happened to me, didn't it, with that?
It may
It
have
happened to me
happened at one
before,
point,
yeah.
Just unplug it and plug it back in. That
That
tends to
may,
fix that
hopefully,
kind of
might have to disable it in the computer. Every once in a while, my headphone part goes out.
stuff.
Eerie old Arthas, thank you, Demnix. That's what you...
Eerie old Arthas. So it's Arthas
Frost!
turns into Lich King.
What was it? Frostborn hunger.
Yeah.
The Frostmaiden hungers.
Am I still a robot?
There you go.
Oh, that's
Back.
better.
Yeah.
I think we fixed it. And then Edmund, you see ahead, you recognize the robes the Magen was wearing, just crumpled on the floor. the body nowhere in sight, and you see a small pack of Nothics like sniffing around the area.
Ooh.
So this dude walking around naked now?
How far are the Nothics?
Let's say this is about 50 feet from you at the moment, and they have not seen you.
Valen's right behind me,
Valena's with you, yes.
and the robe is at my feet.
No, the robe is ahead of you, also about 50 feet. They appear to be... Basically, you've come across the last... what you think is the last known location of this creature that was by Thimbleweed's spell. So it is ahead of you by 50 feet, and then there's a small pack of Nothics like surrounding it, kind of like picking through the area and like searching around and sniffing and just acting creepy.
Did Nothics smell?
The ones we encountered
Most
earlier
creatures
were
can
like
smell.
magic addicts, so maybe they're sensing the magic of this creature.
Olin whispers to you, perhaps we need to gather the others? Have some trick up your sleeve.
Do. You be bait.
I don't like this.
I will get around them and explore some more.
When they attack you, defend yourself.
Or not. That's entirely up to you. There's all kinds of
Either-
possibilities.
Either way, I must continue forward, and you can catch up later.
And I appreciate your obsession with this city. I really do.
All right. How many Nothics? Sorry. What'd you say?
You see 3 Nothics.
We can take them, right, Valen?
Look, you've seen me in combat. I've not rolled very well in the last few sessions. But I will say they don't appear undead, so at least my attacks, my spells will have some use. I really should have raised the last couple of skeletons. I don't know why I
Should
forgot to
have.
do that. Let's say I was out of spell slots. Also, you should let me attune to things. We've talked about this before.
Oh yeah, we've got all sorts of shit.
Clearly I'm worth some
A long rest. We're just holding on to items.
bullshit items. Yeah.
Well, hold on. If this is a real, if we're really like talking about this, like I've got shit in my inventory that she could have.
Yeah.
I've got
She
a
would
gauntlet that she.
Technically,
I got a gauntlet she can use to blast people. Like.
I don't know if she'd actually want to use the Charlatan stuff,
Oh,
but
okay.
um
Well, half the things I have in my inventory are sharp.
We have the spell storing ring.
We do. We have a ring of spell
Oh,
storing.
yeah.
So here, what I have that I'm not attuned to right now is a ring of spell storing, a Shardlin amulet, an Ember lantern, and a Shardlin gauntlet.
mm,
If she's really against the Shardlin thing, 2 of those she can still use.
yeah. She could still use the ring she would love. That's right up a wizard's alley.
Yeah, yeah. And the Ember lantern like lets her cast fairy fire and things, which would be very helpful for us. if
Kind
she
of,
did
yeah.
that. So yeah, she could use that. So I'd be happy to let her attune to those.
Yeah. We'd appreciate that.
Anyway, that's an aside.
Yep. And you might be muted, Ray? I don't know.
No, I'm whispering to myself.
Oh. Well, please share with the rest of the class.
Trying to figure out what we can do. Why do there be
Without getting the rest of us.
I mean, technically you guys are searching while this is happening, but I am saying that
Yeah.
you haven't disturbed them yet, so if you wanted to, you could...
They're right in the way where we want to be.
Yeah. Imagine
Oops.
that.
Ignore that. Oh, I forgot about that. I should have used that. Interesting. I can give someone a spell, essentially.
Oh, yeah, you just can do that as a freaking artificer.
I forgot about that.
I know Sylvan, and they... Well, they're not a party full of spellcasters. They're...
Yeah, I can touch a weapon and put
I
it
did the math last time, and the new wand he was giving me was better spell wise.
That's
like, I got
that's
more
how
spells out of it.
flush they are with loot that they actually deattune from the Ring of Spell Storing and like, well, not this. I've got other things.
Yeah.
I can't cast spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say we're not a party full of spell. Our 2 marshals don't have any spells, and then we've got a ranger, artificer, which are half spellcasters, and then Robin's a full one.
Who does not have a spell?
I can't cast them, so don't waste anything on me.
What do you mean? It says I can touch a weapon and store a spell in it, and a creature can take an action to produce a spell's effect from it using your spell casting ability modifier.
Oh wow! So you just give somebody like, I don't know, haste. I mean, is there a spell limit? What's the limit on the spell you can use?
Just one spell, but they can use it a number of times equal to twice my intelligence modifier. So
Oh wow!
5 times 2, you can use it 10 times.
What? That's bananas. And then they concentrate on it?
Yes.
If it's a concentration spell,
Yeah.
they must concentrate. Oh man,
Just for second level.
sorry, I might have to use this on myself.
I'm just gonna give myself more spells.
I could put flaming spear in a weapon and just shoot out 10 flaming spheres.
Well, each one requires concentration, though.
Oh,
That's
you're
where it
right.
gets you.
Yep.
Yeah. The DM does
That's
not want
right.
to deal with 10 flaming spheres. God.
Oh man, let me think about that. I don't want to, pause the game here, but if you allow me to put a level slot before our next combat or something, I'll pick
Sure.
something to store.
Yeah. It's fine.
Ah man, what am I gonna do about these Nothics? Do we really want to fight them?
I mean, you want to know where the Magen went, or you want to know where that what the column is.
This seemed to
what
be
the
like
little,
right where that was.
The
Yeah.
Nothics are right in front.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, Blenn's like, I don't have any AoE powers. I can animate, I can create a skeleton, or I can comprehend languages.
Blight's not bad.
Yeah, she can do Blight. She did shut down Frey with Hideous Laughter. It's a decent one.
Damn. I don't have anything that goes very far. I think that's the problem. Okay. Well, Bolin, do you have any ideas? Stop looking at me.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check, since you guys are kind of both sitting there trying to figure out what you're doing, and let's see if they notice you. Let's see, that's a dexterity check. Okay. You are still unnoticed.
How far can you throw in this game?
Generally, thrown items have their own throwing. Like a spear is like 20 feet. Beyond that, it's disadvantage, I think, up to like 60 or something.
How about a rock? How far can I throw a rock?
That's a great question.
It's probably rules from that.
Do you have a sling?
I do have a sling for some reason. I don't know why.
It's just a sock I tied together, but
I do have one.
sling. For ease of mechanics wise, sling I think has its own stats.
Okay. All right. Well, I can cast a spell and a cantrip, right?
Yes, assuming
Alright.
it's a bonus action things. Sling has a range of 30 feet.
Is it?
Oh, sorry, it's a range of 120, but I think if it's beyond 30 of disadvantage.
Okay. If you allow me to use my sling, which again I have no idea why I have one in my hand.
I love that we're level 13. He's like, all right, I think I'm gonna use the sling to throw this rock. A newly arrested level 13 spell.
That's right.
Let me sling a rock 80 feet from me. So 30 feet to the Nothics plus 50 more feet beyond that.
It's 50 feet to the Nothics. Is what
Okay,
I've been
fine.
saying.
100 feet then. I just want to aim 50 feet the other direction.
From your
with my
point of
sling.
view, so you're kind of in an alleyway, and ahead of you, you see these Nothics kind of surrounding what looks like the remains of the Magian. You could hit the building that's like behind them. That would be like 70 feet away. But otherwise, you can't gain any distance beyond them because you're literally tucked between all these buildings.
So, all right. So, can I cast invisibility and druidcraft? Invisibility is a spell, and druidcraft's a cantrip. They're both my charms. Well, they're charms. They're not really spells.
True. I think you might have to look up invisibility. I think that breaks. Doing casting spells might break invisibility though, so you might have to do one before the other.
Well, what about a cantrip? Because druidcraft is a cantrip.
It is. I think that included under invisible. Let's see. Anything a target is wearing carrying is visible. The spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. I would assume a cantrip still counts as a spell. So you would have to cast the cantrip first and then go invisible. Or, you could try to hide or something too. But yeah, Chad is backing me up on this.
Can I fly on top of the building and then kind of get to where the Nothics are above them?
Yes. Remind me, your flying is your boot things. Your shoes of
My winged boots.
winged boots.
do
Thank
that.
you. Flying speed with
I'm
your
gonna
walking
fly up
speed.
on the alley and
Okay.
get within 30 feet of the Nothics.
Okay. You think you can reach a building? Are you on the building or you just hovering in air?
Hovering on air.
Okay.
Just for simple.
All right.
And then I'm going to use
You know what?
my...
Because I play a lot of stealth video games, I'm not gonna make you roll stealth for hovering above people, because if I know one thing from stealth video games, enemies do not look up.
Oh, it looks up.
They do not.
Let's see if the DM allows this or not. But I'm going to use my newfound charm, Druidcraft, and I'm going to create, in the area of the Nothics, a faint odor of a skunk.
Okay. You don't have to literally do one of the things they list, but if that's the one you wish to do.
I wish to create a foul, foul smell
Okay. Right where they are?
right where they are.
Okay.
That's it. That's my idea.
Okay. Yeah, Valen just kind of curses as you fly up in the air and kind of like runs behind a building. All right, you do that and create kind of a odor, and you can see them kind of sniffing around and looking at each other and trying to... They seem more interested in this sudden effect that has suddenly appeared. Like they're looking around and trying to figure out what's going on with that. They don't appear to be too miffed by the actual odor itself, but they become very interested. And you can see they're starting to more patrol the area now in a kind of haphazard manner, but they appear to be more distracted at least, but not quite leaving the area.
Oh, well.
Your magic casting just heightened their senses.
Yeah. So if you recall from last time, they were very interested in magic. They seem to be very like attuned to it and like addicted to it. And they can almost sense that like, oh, magic is nearby. Like, where did that come from? Instead of being like, ooh, smell.
Okay. Fine. You guys.
He's like, I can work with this.
Let's go back to the other party. Do the rest of you, you've been searching this whole time and they're still gone. Do you want to move kind of in their direction, or do you want to keep searching other areas?
I think that I don't know the other of you guys, but I think that was my idea. Was that we were all moving in that direction, but we were just searching as we went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while this is going on, Idmin's had a lot of time to kind of plan and kind of deal with this. You all come and can basically go in the same direction, end up pretty much in a similar spot. coming across this group, and in fact, Valin, you think somebody's coming at you like a shadowy figure, and Valin kind of, rounds a corner and has her hands up, and kind of, whispers to you all this. There's a pack of those one-eyed Nothic creatures up there, twisted beasts that we fought earlier. I think Edmund's trying to do some kind of Edmund thing to get rid of them. Hasn't quite worked at the moment. They appear to be more agitated than normal. And she gestures. They're kind of around a corner about, 60 or 70 feet.
I've got another idea.
Okay.
All right, so let's just say this reminded me that they are seeking magic. I'm like, oh yeah, they tend to look for magic items.
Yeah.
So you guys remember the homunculus I made a long time ago?
Mm-hmm.
This is the little dragon. Yeah, little Charlton dragon. Sure.
I'm gonna make it hold one of the purple pears, and essentially command it to swoop down near them, kind of get their attention, and then fly away.
Okay.
And after
Merry
about
chase.
500,
Leave them on a merry chase.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you gonna keep
about
it
500 feet away, I'm just gonna have the dragon kind of swoop up in the air, and hopefully the Nothics can't fly, and just make it return back to me with my purple pear.
Okay. You are you keeping it above them, like out of their reach, or are you going all the way down there?
I mean, it's gonna swoop down to grab their attention, but instantly like fly away and stay out of reach.
Okay.
I just want to get close enough to get their attention and wave that purple pear around.
Yeah.
But
Carrot on a string. Just
Yeah.
come over here.
Does it
Very
have
much.
any kind of rules about range or how
The
far you can
homunculus?
command it or anything like that? Yeah.
no, because remember we made it like fly super far away. That one time.
Oh right, like
Yeah,
it went like warned a
We
whole
did
city.
do that. It,
Yeah,
like,
for like
delivered a
miles.
message to a city.
Okay, so this
But
is not
let me
this is
see.
different than Find Familiar. Then this is
No, it's a homunculus servant.
okay.
So he has a fly speed of 30 feet. Oh wait. Shoot, this is a. Let me look in the book. This is a book thing, not the actual spell.
Oh, it's an artificer thing.
What? No, it's an item in the artificer book. Let me see what it says. It's an infusion. So homunculus servant. Here we go. Friendly to you and companion, obeys your commands. It takes action, can move. No, it doesn't really say. It just says it can obey my commands. But it's an item that I've created, so it's not like I have a range before it like disappears or anything.
Okay.
So I think if I just tell it to go 500 feet away and then come back, then it should be able to.
Okay. Yeah. So you launch your drone down there with a little purple pear in its hands, and once it gets down, close enough, but you keep it, obviously safely out of their reach. They immediately all notice it, and just the effect is immediate. They all start, does it have a actual stat block at all?
Homunculus?
Yeah.
You mean like to kill it?
Yeah. Does it have stats?
Yeah, it does. Armor class 13, hit points 1 plus intelligent modifier, which is 1 plus 5, plus artificial level plus 13. So yeah, it has like 19 hit points.
Okay.
What are you gonna do to it?
Well, they do have their kind of creepy range attack things they can do when they stare at it. The timing's going to be interesting on this. But essentially, you're going to roll it down there enough to get their attention, which allows them to snap up and do something as the dragon starts flying away. So I'm going to hit it with a couple of these, but you do get a save, which is why I was asking if it had the proper stats to make saves.
Oh, yeah, it does. It has all these stats: strength, dex, con, etc.
Okay. And then by the way, when you flew up there, you noticed more Nothics around the area too than you could see before.
Jeez. All right.
Yeah.
Wait, so there's Nothics everywhere?
I mean, there's not like 100 or something, but there's, probably half a dozen total.
Is it just these 3 that are in our way, though?
No, there were probably at least half a dozen that were in your way. They were in the area. They were just obscured by other buildings.
Hold on, that's an important detail.
It is.
I thought there were
Number
only
is, yeah.
I thought there were only 3.
Well, sorry. So I should have mentioned it. By the time you flew up there, you saw more Nothics. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you
Well,
flew
this
and
isn't
went
gonna
up there. Yeah.
All right. This
Do you want to
isn't gonna work.
change? Do you want to change?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So I'm gonna fly up, trying to do this idea. We can say we did the skunk smell
Yeah.
thing, and they look curious. But then, as I look around, like, oh crap, there's a few more
Yep.
that we have to deal with. So now I see that the group has joined up with Valen. So let me just come back down and relay this information that hey, there are just Nothics scattered throughout
Place
the
is
city.
lousy with them.
What's that?
Place is lousy with Nothics.
Yeah. So either we have fight after fight, or we need to figure out how to, get past these Nothics to find the Magin.
It looked like the immediate. I mean, you could see there were Nothics milling about, but it looks like the immediate area had about half a dozen that you would have to deal with in order to A, look at the Magin, and B, be able to get to this giant stump thing that you were looking at.
Yeah.
But you did confirm that.
I don't dislike your initial idea to at least get some of them out of the way. Like lead some away. Well, I don't know how long your construct will last, but your homunculus. But
It's forever. I've made it.
no, I mean
It'll
like how long before they like the Nothics like eye ray it out of the sky.
Well,
If they can,
yeah,
I don't know what they're doing to it or.
I forgot about that range spell, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But otherwise, yeah, we're gonna take these guys out to get to where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Thimbleweed. This is where you are detecting the Magian is located, right at this spot over here where his cloak is.
Indeed.
It seems like this is where we need to investigate. So more Nothics it is.
Never wrong.
Yeah. Unfortunately, what you see is just like Jedi-style robes on the ground.
In front of this building, though, right? This like tender-looking building that's going up to the tower.
I mean, it's in the general area of it, but you feel like you
Okay.
wouldn't be able to reach that place without dealing with this.
Okay.
I think we just have to fight them.
I think so. We'll take them out.
Yeah, they are currently, a bit agitated and restless and looking around. But at the moment, obviously, if you guys want to start approaching them, that would require a stealth check. But at the moment, they have not quite left the vicinity.
Is that margin with the X supposed to be right there?
Yeah, that's indicating where the robes are.
Did they kill it? Can that
No
thing be killed?
body. Perhaps they absorbed its magic or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's true.
That's
I'm not
magic.
sure on the biology of these creatures.
What do you think these things are? Do you think they're beasts?
I do not. I do not
They
think
are
these
not
are of the
beasts.
natural world.
Yeah, they appear to be intelligent, but also just kind of deranged.
I could start out with an AOE spell.
Valen even like whispers to you all and says, like, I've read a little bit about these creatures. I believe they are the result of usually former spellcasters be transformed into these creatures if exposed to dangerous arcane energies. Yeah, we may actually be witnessing some of the former citizens of the city.
Ah,
Oh.
makes sense. What else would these creatures be doing down here?
Exactly.
We're just
d-
laden with
d-
magic, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes. We're currently walking through the sea, wearing with chum buckets. We are surrounded by sharks.
Well, My initial idea was to get them to scat away, but I also fear that if we don't take them out, small group at a time, we may just be ambushed at some point in the future.
Yes. These creatures, despite what they used to be, now seem less than feral attack dogs in our way. Suppose we will have to deal with them. I'm ready.
All right. Probably have you guys roll for initiative here in a second, and you guys can just get a surprise round, and then we can. That way, you can move up and do as whatever you want from there. But for now, let us thank our sponsor for this week's episode. Back in a few. Hey everyone, Eric Watson here, and with this sponsored ad, I'm going to tell you about an exciting 5e adventure coming soon to Kickstarter, Escape from Undergarden, designed by JVC Perry with Benoit de Bernardi. Perry, as you may recall, is one of my favorite 5e adventure designers and has previously successfully funded 5e adventures, The Isle of the Dreaded Accursed and Shadow Under Hardflint Hall on Kickstarter. Escape from Undergarden is a level 5 through 8 adventure designed for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition that features over 50 pages of professional design, commissioned original artwork, and full color battle maps. It's a good-looking adventure, but more importantly, it's a well-designed adventure that reminds me of the gold standard for 5e adventures, The Lost Mind of Phandalin, in that it's centered around a small town with a big problem. A missing person sends the party into the surrounding woods, where a zealous group of druids imprisons trespassers within a verdant demiplane known as Undergarden. Undergarden is a miniature hex crawl, and escaping the demiplane is far harder than entering. Our heroes must solve puzzles, survive encounters, and explore several locations, such as a bear cave, a dragon's towering lair, and a miniature fairy's burrow, as they collect the seasonal keys needed to escape. Undergarden possesses a unique feature where the players can switch between the 4 seasons, which in turn alters the environment and encounters at every area and provides interesting advantages or disadvantages to combat and social encounters, or clues and solutions to puzzles. Escape from Undergarden will launch on Kickstarter on February 7th. You can follow the link in my show notes to get notified when it goes live, and look for my review at the same time. All right, we have returned, and I think we're going to have you guys... by the way, look for my review for Escape from Undergarden next week. Comes out on Kickstarter. Let's roll some initiative, but guess what? You guys get the surprise round this time.
We're surprising them.
And for this time, I'm going to store Healing Word into my simple item.
Ooh.
I get 10 free casts of Healing Word.
Wow. Okay.
That does seem pretty useful.
Yeah. Just a bunch of healing.
I can't click my token.
Are you on the ruler by chance?
Yes.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still do that
feel
all the time.
stupid
No,
now.
I do that all the time. What's going on? I forgot about Lord Marbury, though.
Oh, yeah. Lord Marbury's here, too.
Yep. Is he separate initiative or go on you go? I always forget that.
It depends. Well, I have to decide each round.
You'll never know.
That's
right.
fantastic. All right. Well, you've got a surprise round here, so it's all you guys. It looks like we start with Celeste, who is currently controlled by whom?
Okay, yes. I was still typing Lord
Some
Marbury's
really
name.
bad initiatives.
Yeah. All right. This is a surprise round though. Like they're literally like they don't know we're coming.
Surprise.
Correct. That is the definition of a surprise round. Yep, they do not get to go
Yes.
until the end of this round. Oh, the possibilities.
Shoot, we are 60 feet away though. More than 60 feet. All right, Celeste will run up this about this far. Oh, she'll call back. There's 4 of them here. At least that she can see.
Yeah.
And she'll start blasting at number 2.
Got blasting. 11 is not going to hit.
11 does not hit nothing. I don't say.
Not some natural hide armor. 17 does.
Yep. 12 damage. That's max damage.
My goodness.
And another 14.
No.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh wow. A 14.
I don't know. Most unarmored enemies, you tend to like describe them as like, well, they're not wearing any armor. So
Yeah, well,
blah, 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 blah.
these things have the natural bit of a hide to them, at least somewhat.
Alright. Oh, okay. And then she sticks to the step forward, turns around and goes, no, there's 6. There's actually 6.
Did I not mention that when I flew up there?
You did mention, yeah. You
Didn't
did say-
believe you.
Well, I guess what I thought was that you couldn't see all of them from here, but yeah, also
Couldn't see them from the alley, but then Admin flew up there and could see more of
okay.
them. And now they're milling
Gotcha.
about a little more.
Yep. That's her turn.
Okay. Valen gets to go.
She's not on the. Oh, Lord Marbury gets to go before her.
Oh, Lord Marbury. Sorry, Lord Marbury gets to go.
And he will. Okay, let's also say that Valravan's on the back of Lord Marbury, because he would be.
Just gloriously astride.
He would always be on the back of Lord Marbury. And Marbury will fly 90 feet. To here. And he will attempt to hoof number 2. And Lord Marbury is like 10 feet in the air. Or maybe 6. I don't know how tall these creatures are. They're not taller than 6 feet. It may be hard for him to hit
18
them.
feet tall.
That's right.
I mean, our general rule of if you want to hover, that's fine. But if you can hit a creature, it can hit you, unless you really have a
But like
wide
he's
reach.
he's like hovering above them. So
Okay.
like, yeah, they can hit him, but he's like hovering above their like whatever their height is.
Enough to where you can hit him, yeah, but still
Yeah, exactly.
hovering, yeah.
Yep. Some hooves.
15 does hit.
Okay, there we go. Found it.
Found it. Nailed it.
For 12 bludgeoning damage. A hoof to the face.
Yeah.
Or
that was
the eyeball.
getting pretty bloodied. Oh, in the eye.
I mean, his eye is his face. I was looking at his forehead. It's like it's all eye.
That's fair. Yeah, it's all eye.
All right, that's him.
Valen will. There's the range on Chill Touch. 120 feet, actually. That is impressive.
Wow.
So she can just sit back and Chill Touch that same one that you struck. Hey! There's
Wow.
a damage. Should be rolling 2d8.
Nice.
Wow! Alright. 11 damage
bad.
from Valen as that skeletal hand wraps around it. She's like, aha! These are not undead. Finally.
Living creatures that you can kill.
Yes.
Huzzah.
Specialty. Thimbleweed.
All right. I'll shoot at red 1.
Red 1.
First, I'll cast Hunter's Mark.
Just realized I've been zoomed out this whole. There we go, and everything's more clear.
Oh boy.
boy.
What?
Whoa!
What
A
is that?
critical hit. Bow.
That's like the 32 number. That's
That's
I like
also
to see.
a crazy number.
Yeah. All right. Let me see what all.
what happens.
Is that
Yeah.
sucker?
More math for you.
15. Weed. Eight. There.
And then my
Worm.
swarm is that. Then I get to roll an extra piercing die, which I'll reroll that one.
Oh yeah.
Great.
Jeez.
Wow.
Rolled real bad for that critical
The
hit.
good crit is
Yeah,
balanced
for-
by the not so good damage rolls.
For such an impressive attack roll.
Uh,
What are we looking at total?
11, 16, 17, 18 damage.
18 damage. All right, and number one.
That's still not bad, even with rolling a bunch of ones and twos.
That does trigger a massive damage con save for our Nothic friend. DC 15 does
Oh,
make
boy.
it though.
I'll attack him again.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Oh, and with the Charlatan arrow, I
Almost.
meant to do that.
Oh yeah.
7 Charlatan arrow is an extra
wow.
9.
Nice.
Okay.
I'll reroll the 2. Hold
Mm.
up. No, I can only do that once per turn, I think. I don't know. But
7.
I don't feel like looking it up.
So we're looking at 16 for the Charlatan
16.
Turn
arrow?
is
Okay.
yeah.
And then it makes a wisdom save. Thought these things would be more wise than this.
Yeah.
What's the DC for that?
16
Wow.
is mine.
Okay. All right, so it is blinded. It is also heavily damaged after that attack, clearly.
Nice.
I'll use the eye. Eye. All right, yeah, that one. Both 1 and 2 are looking very heavily damaged after the assault on those guys. Frey.
That's me. Well,
Oh yeah. Chad is also pointing out that each one of those things that you did, the swarm and the hunter's mark, all should have been doubled because of the crit.
Hunter's Mark 2? I thought it was just the regular. I'm always so
I don't know.
confused on critical.
Yeah, yeah. I think I thought the rules any dice that you roll as part of the attack, you double. I'm not sure about spells that do additional damage. That's a good question.
Right, was Hunter's Mark part of the attack, or was it a spell, though?
Or is it a
Like
spell?
a
Hunter's Mark is a
modifier
spell,
sort of thing.
but Swarm and Piercer. I did Piercer. It'd just be
Yeah.
Swarm, I think.
Swarm again? Okay.
But I don't know. It's fine.
so I can't get too close, but I'm going to get as close as I can. And number 1 here, I'm gonna shoot with a laser pistol because I still have those.
You
Still got a
do have
laser
laser
pistol.
pistols.
I feel like
I've only used it like twice.
we would all be shocked every time one of us pulls out a laser pistol.
hmm
uh,
So
wow.
assuming a 21 will
I
hit
was
him.
gonna say, you can't have a good modifier to do it, and you don't. You just rolled a 19.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
It's impressive.
Damn.
Good lord, look at the damage! That was a superheated blast. Which one are you shooting?
Yeah.
Number 1.
That one just that one gets vaporized by a laser pistol blast. It's blinded too,
punch.
so it's got like an arrow sticking out of it.
An arrow in the eye.
An arrow in the
then a laser
eye, and it
pistol
just gets
right-
absolutely vaporized. Just
And then I'm going to shoot number 2. No, not as good.
12 misses, yeah.
All right.
Assume you're deducting these
it.
shots because that is a finite
Yeah.
ammunition. You have not seen any
I
laser crates, ammo
I go through and
crates.
update the description after every time I use it.
Nice. All right, Edmund.
Edmund will step up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he's gonna pull out a bag of tricks and produce a reindeer.
Have we seen
Is that
the
a middle
reindeer
tier?
yet?
Yeah, I don't think we've seen. I've seen a reindeer. Yeah.
Somebody needs to be
think
keeping.
we have.
We need to have like a
Really?
whiteboard of.
I've got a
Yeah.
Oh, you do already
Cross-plotted.
have the sheet for it, so we must have seen it.
sheet
Yeah,
for it,
Okay.
yes.
it's a
Oh,
cool
yeah.
glowy one too.
Glowy reindeer.
I don't have any spot to produce it here, huh?
Yeah, where would if you threw it like in the middle of like here or here, what would happen? Would people
Yeah.
get moved out of the way?
I don't know.
Yeah, it gets a little tricky.
It's very narrow.
I
But
mean,
it's okay.
But I would say Lord Marbury's in the air. Lord Marbury
That's
is
true.
like
You can
6,
overlap
6,
with Lord
7
Marbury.
feet
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's flying. It's hard to do that with a top-down grid, but
up to a little
I'll just
line.
put it here. I mean, he's got a speed of 50, so should be all right.
It's like he's 7 feet in the air.
All right, so I'm gonna make it run 20 feet, at least 20. I'm just gonna make it run straight towards number 2.
Okay.
And then ram it.
as we've established, unfortunately, a 14 would not hit.
No.
Yeah. Got
Alright,
summoning
well.
sickness.
That's right.
That was it. That was my action and my bonus action.
Okay, so just, yeah, misses the charge, but sticks up there. While Robin, above Pegasus, or on the Pegasus, above the
Yeah,
Nothics, I
on the
guess.
That's right.
And,
yeah.
you know, you're close enough where you can obviously, you can recognize the crumpled, just very simple robe that the Magian wore, but there's no sign of him whatsoever.
It's just cloth. It's like there's no.
From what you can
dust
see, yeah.
or-
Well, you'd have to go down there,
Yeah.
and,
Okay.
but just from, I'm telling you from your glances, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I don't get this opportunity very often, so I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Valravn is gonna read some words. Write some words as the terrible psychic creatures hunting for their magic saw the heroes descend upon them. Their minds swam with the danger that befuddled them and confronted them. And they were together, struck in the mind.
Struck in the mind.
They're all gonna have a mass headache, every one of them, because
Yeah.
none of us are in 20 feet, and I can
Okay.
just hit them all.
20-foot radius sphere, but you obviously you can put it farther to the north.
Yeah, just sort of just north of me. Yes.
Yeah. You can hit, all the guys that are still alive.
Yep.
All right.
Here,
Intelligence scores. They definitely have a 2 or more. 6 failed. Okay. As always, go ahead and roll that damage, because it's easier for me with my macro.
It's 29. 29.
Oh,
It was
I
already
see.
rolled as
Yep,
part of
sorry.
the thing, yeah. DC is 18. It just leveled up.
Yeah, this is an intelligence saving throw.
I don't know why the spell description still says 17.
They said 18? Okay.
18.
Yikes, that's a tough number to hit. 29 damage, and this is half on save, or no?
Yeah, hey, have fun save.
Okay. Yep, that's gonna hit
Nobody.
every single one of them. Damn. All right, number 2 definitely his head explodes. The others are all damaged, but they weren't hit before, so
Mm-hmm.
None of the others go down, but they all definitely take a heavy amount of damage, and just like blood starts leaking out of ears and eyes.
All right,
And
and
you'll
all
have-
of them are also muddled.
Yeah, you have to remind me on that
yeah.
one. Rolls a d6
Yep.
subtracts number rolled from all of its attack and ability rolls, as well as con saving throws to maintain concentration. Okay. All right, so that affects all of them right now.
Yeah.
End of the surprise round as we go
I believe so.
to the top. Before Celeste goes, however, the air grows stale around you, and you hear a faint kind of whining sound and a tear and rip, and the ripples appear around you. And you see a nearby, well, some of you that are near this, see this wall over here begin to kind of ripple and undulate on its own. And then you hear a faint whispering coming from the wall. And I'm going to need Celeste, Frey, Edmund, and Thimbleweed to give me wisdom saving throws, please.
Oh, you jackass.
Boy. That's always good.
Ah, did better than Thimbleweed.
Zero.
Do I need to do something?
Yes, wisdom saving throw, please. The wall, you think you're in the
It's
middle of one of those
relating.
malfunctioning, sputtering events. And a wall is now rippling and whispering to all of you.
There's a rip in space-time.
Yeah.
If it's trying to frighten us, I do have advantage on those saving throws.
It is actually a charming effect.
No, I'm screwed there.
If anybody has anything
Hold
about
up.
charm.
Yeah.
I might.
What?
Okay. Oh. Celeste can use an action to end an effect that's charming her.
See it on my thing anymore. What does a gnome have?
I don't know. But you are not a gnome. Anymore.
Oh, right. That's why it's not in there.
Thimbleweed has a crisis of self for a brief moment.
Something I had in my past life.
Where are
Yeah.
my gnome powers?
Rolled at a disadvantage now. All right. I don't have anything.
Well, you did actually make the save. It was not a high save. But, unfortunately, two of you just rolled really shittily. Celeste and Edmund, you become charmed by this wall. And while charmed in this way, you must move toward the source of this whispering wall.
Schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
And, well, I guess it happened right now because Celeste is affected, isn't she? So on Celeste's turn, she has to turn and basically very creepily and steadily move towards the wall. And then when she reaches the wall, she just fucking stares at it. And to the rest of you, it's like Blair Witch style. Just like you see her just staring at the corner of this wall. And she is currently incapacitated and cannot move away from the source.
Okay. This brings up a very good question I had when I was reading this ability of the monks earlier. Her ability says she can use an action. Hold on, let me find it. I just had it. Use an action to end one effect on yourself that is causing you to be charmed or frightened. But every effect that charms people also makes them not able to take their own action. So I don't understand the mechanics.
That's true.
Of
A lot of them are
when-
like shutting you down.
Yeah, when you would be able to use your action to end the charm effect.
Yeah, that's a good point.
In this scenario, you say that does it say that she uses her action? I guess that's the question.
It says that a creature must move toward the source of the whispering, avoiding obvious hazards. When it reaches the source, it is incapacitated and cannot move away from the source. The creature can repeat the saving throw when it takes damage.
It's incapacitated.
My guess is that if it gives you a chance to like make a saving throw or something, you can use an action to overcome it and succeed.
I'm sure there are examples of charming or frightened effects that
That don't
you still
take away
have your action,
actions.
but yeah, it is probably more limited than we thought. Incapacitated, you cannot take
You
actions.
can't
or
take
reactions.
actions. Yeah, so it's like immediately it's
Yeah,
like,
it just
okay,
shuts
well,
it
you
down.
can't use that here.
Yep. So currently, you just see her staring at this wall, and yeah, this one actually does not let you repeat the save.
You have to take damage.
You have to take
before you
damage to
can-
repeat the save, yeah. So she's currently just, like, stupefied, staring at this wall, which is, like, just doing this crazy, like, spiraling thing. And just appears to be, some kind of insane effect going on.
Okay.
Alright. However, these things are very interested in the spell that you just snapped at them. Balravin, even though they are suffering from your mass headache, which they're not a fan of. And this one...
Now, Grant, now, I will say this.
Yeah.
While the Pegasus is in melee range, while Robin is probably 10 feet up.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I'd agree with that. They have more than melee attacks, though.
Oh, that's true, they do. Look at other things. I
Yeah.
was just imagining them all rushing towards Valravin, and I was getting
Yeah.
very scared for a second.
No, yeah, you're still above them. But they see Lord Marbury too, but they specifically saw the spell come from you, so a lot of them are interested in
Yeah.
diving after
They
that.
like that magical headache they have.
Yeah, they kind of lope up there and they want to pry that out of you some more.
Lovely.
So they're gonna target you. One of them, this one will actually target you with its Whispers of Paranoia, which is gonna be a Wisdom save,
Oh, great.
as it's gonna try to make you attack Lord Marbury.
Oh, no! It happens more often than I'd like to admit.
Hey, this time it's not me making you attack
It's
somebody.
not you
either.
this time, yeah. It was you last
That should be
time.
a 13, by the way. That should be their normal attacks at 13. Oh,
All right, well,
don't matter.
there you go. There you go.
I believe you take half
That's a crit.
damage, but you yeah,
Okay.
that does count as a crit. So you take 8 damage, but you do not have to attack Lord Marbury.
Okay. Still hurts, though. He's in my head. I'm in their head. They're in my head.
Yeah, it's like whispering you, and you feel it like trying to get it to turn on your allies.
He's like, I promise, Lord Marbury, I'll never hurt you.
I won't bite you again.
It is Lord Marbury's turn.
All right. Marbury will again take his own action.
Who else failed the Edmund? Okay, I gotta make a note so I don't forget you two.
Marbury will fly into the back, actually. He'll, like, fly over these Nothics, and he will come down on number 3 with his hooves of fury,
Oh no.
which don't hit.
No, do not hit. They were not so furious.
Yep. That's it for him.
Alright.
Lord Marbury does not level up, unfortunately.
That's true. Evelyn calls out like, Celeste, dear, you alright? Not sure what's happening over there.
Just drools.
Yeah.
I assume she can't talk either.
Incapacitated, so yeah, kind of. Either way, I think by the theme of this effect, she would not talk for extra creepy effects.
Yeah.
Valen will just target the nearest Nothic, which is purple number 1 with the chill touch. It's gonna be a miss-a-rooney. Number 2 is dead. Number 4 here will still, it's actually just gonna come over here and stare at you again, Valravin. You're the source of the magic.
All right.
That's what they're after. But this one has a rotting gaze.
A rotting gaze.
This one is a DC 12. This is a con saving throw.
Oh, okay. Okay. There's no
Alright.
half on that, right?
Not on that one.
Okay.
This stalker will. This one will come after Lord Marbury though, for funsies. Claw attack.
That'll hit.
17 hits. For 9 total damage, and because it's got an ally within 5 feet, we can throw a sneak attack damage on there
Oh,
for
boy.
another 9.
Another 9? That hurts.
And it can do a second claw,
Oh, jeez.
which hits for 7,
Okay.
but it can only do the sneak attack once per turn.
That hurts.
Yeah, that one
Lumber
just
is
comes up and
like
starts
that.
viciously clawing at you, kind of trying to reach you, but specifically.
Yeah. Like crawl up.
Yeah,
Pegasus to
yeah,
get-
basically. Like, the magics, give us the magics. Thimbleweed.
Right. And what's the giant deer right there?
Edmund pulled that out of a bag, as he often does.
Oof. All right, I'll shoot at purple 2.
Oh, you know what we forgot to do, Chris, is do their minus D6, though.
Oh, yes. We have forgotten
Just
that.
remembered in your favor.
Entirely. Yep.
Sorry,
I mean, we
it's a
could-
1d6.
Yeah, 1d6.
Alright, for the
roll
first
the-
attack,
that would
becomes
still
a
hit,
12.
'cause
Still hits?
A Pegasus. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It probably won't matter on a Pegasus.
Oh, I
Pegasus
gotcha.
is-
Okay.
As an AC of 12.
I guess they
It
get
didn't
to...
matter.
So every time they take a turn, they get to redo the save, though, right?
That's true. He doesn't get to redo the save.
Intelligence 18.
Yep.
How many have gone so far? Like,
Yeah, that's the. I
2
mean,
of them?
as much as annoying as it would be to put the icons on, that's the only way you would be able to.
Yeah,
track,
you're
like,
right. I
which
forgot there's
ones-
an ongoing effect. Yeah. I think 3 of them have gone by now. This is for number 2. Intelligence save. Alright, this is for number 4, I believe went. This is for number 1. Oh, okay.
Oh,
The last one
okay.
does
He comes
actually
out of
shake
it.
it off. Rest
Did
are all
this subtract a
effective.
d6 for those, or is it just attacks?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I thought it was just attack roll. but-
I think it was. Let me check. Ability checks. No, it's not saves.
Ability checks and attack
So,
rolls.
yeah.
Okay. Let's see the 3 stuff. Alright, go ahead, Thimbleweed. Sorry, I'd forgotten about that.
Okay. All right. I'll continue to draw my bow and shoot at number 2.
Do it.
Yeah, that will certainly hit.
Plus. And oh my gosh.
Your modifiers are just not.
Oh my
So the damage
goodness.
dice
Oh,
aren't doing it at all.
You get to reroll one of those, though, right?
I can reroll a piercing,
A
which
piercing.
I mean, I could reroll the 2, but last time I rolled a 1.
Yeah, that did happen.
All right.
There you
that's
go. That's
A
better.
lot better. For 15 damage. And I'll
Alright.
attack him again.
I like that at 6 you still hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a
for-
plus 12.
For 8 damage.
Alright, 2 arrows sink into it, and it's very damaged and hissing back at you angrily. It hurts. Hooray!
Yay. Okay, how far can I get?
I need to reroll the Hunter's Mark again. It's whenever I hit with the weapon attack.
Right.
Alrighty.
Another 5 damage.
Okay.
And then I just attack recklessly because it's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Because why not?
We'll go purple one first.
Yeah, those are the ones that look slightly larger and seem to have slightly more abilities and more damage
20
on their
hit?
attacks. 20 definitely hits.
For 18. It's It's max damage.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Lord. She's not even raging.
That is max damage.
God. Nuts.
Still standing?
Yeah, it's heavily damaged, but those purple-eyed ones are beefy.
15 hit it?
15 does not hit the big ones.
Oh.
Well,
You
darn.
rolled a 2. That's you rolling a 2.
The modifiers you
let
guys are
me-
getting these days are insane.
Let me ask our friendly DM a question here.
Ooh, I'm a
So,
friendly DM now.
For the 14, I rolled a 1. And I still got 14. But I'm lucky. So am I allowed to re-roll that 1 to see if I could get something better? When I roll a 1 on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, I can re-roll the die and must use the new roll. Will the DM allow that?
I think that's correct. Can you post lucky in there so we can see it? But I mean, if we were playing at a table, you would have rolled the
You would
15
roll
first.
one,
You would have
and
rolled,
then
yeah, you would have rolled the
yeah.
2 first. Then you would have rolled the 1. So
Mhm.
clearly you'd be like, all right, well, my lucky triggers. I
Yep.
can re-roll that second one.
That's what I'm asking to do, is re-roll the second one.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'll just roll a straight d20 and then you add 8 to it. Or no,
Or just
13
wanna,
to
if
it.
you just want to
You
roll
add
your,
13.
you just roll your, you just roll your attack again and just click not advantage.
Okay. 24
Yeah, I think that'll hit.
That's more.
for
So,
16.
If you roll, so with lucky combined with reckless attack means you can never. Well, I guess technically could roll another 1. Or
Yeah,
could
yeah.
you?
Good.
Or no, there's no limit on this, right? Is there always?
There
Oh,
is-
no, so you must use the
yeah,
new roll. Okay, so you can only do it
yeah,
once
you have
per
to use the new
1.
roll.
So you'd have to roll double 1s to end up with a 1 attack if you're recklessly attacking as a
Right.
halfling. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
2 still misses in this scenario though. So
Yeah.
you do it. There is some.
Oh,
room
that's
for-
true. That's true. 16.
3
Okay.
could be questionable.
Yeah.
That thing looks very heavily wounded after that assault. Jesus. Some damage.
I only did 34 points of damage.
Yeah, it had a lot of life left, and you now not so much.
I'm helping.
All right, Edmund, you are entranced by this undulating wall, and you spend your turn moving towards it and staring into its depths. As you hear that
Oh,
Wait, the-
wall, let me come to
whisper.
you, wall.
That's right.
Let me stroke you gently.
Yep. And
Meanwhile,
unless you take damage, that's what you do. Now, yeah, maybe you can still control the reindeer. I'm not sure how that works.
I don't think I can give it a command.
Okay.
Right? You said I'm incapacitated?
You are in. It says, yeah, incapacitated says you can't take actions or reactions. So if it takes, which I assume that includes bonus actions included in actions.
Can't take actions. Or yeah, it's a bonus action,
Yeah.
so you might rule that as an action.
I probably
still.
would.
So the deer would act like a deer would. A reindeer would act like a reindeer would, which I had to
Get
look
the fuck
up.
out of there. That's- I can't imagine you do anything but get the fuck out of there.
Start
Like
panicking.
Exactly. It's gonna run around the corner.
Flee. All right. Yeah. And until you guys are damaged, you guys are just staring at that wall. Valravn.
Okay, but Robin is going. I'm getting a lot of use out of this very weird spell. But Robin's going to write some words about as Edmund and Celeste fail into the trance of the terrible curse of this lost city.
And calm emotions again.
Yeah. They heard the voice. of
God,
the
you had like
brave.
3 problem situations now. I feel like the last 2 sessions, it was calm emotions.
Yep. Calm motions again. Calm motions. It works. The voice of the brave and mighty Valravn calling them out of their stupor. And they could do naught but return to reality. And he is going to calm their emotions. Now, here's a weird thing. Like, can they even choose to make the save? I don't know how the saving throw thing works.
Right. Let's make a charisma saving throw. A creature can choose to fail this saving throw if it wishes. You know, kind of similar to the before, where if it's being controlled by something else, then I don't think it would be able to choose to save.
So yeah,
Even if a part
Hey,
of it, like
hey.
in the back of the head, wants to.
Right. Hey, Celeste and Edmund, make an 18 intelligence saving throw.
That's also no. It's charisma. It's
Oh,
charisma.
It's charisma.
Because Edmund probably could make an intelligence saving throw.
That's true. You might be able to.
But I don't think he'd be very well with charisma. All right, so yeah, Edmund and Celeste, which is you, Chris, has to make a. Oh shit!
She got close. She got close. Closer
Very
than I'd
close. Yeah, but fail is good in this situation.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, at least for the next minute, which should get you into this combat, you are able to turn off the effects of the charmed condition that was affecting them. So
Yep.
yeah, Edmund and Celeste, you kind of snap out of it, shake your head, and you're like, why was I staring at this fucking wall?
And why was Val Robin's voice what made me?
Do you see something on
That's
this
what you
wall?
heard from a distance.
And with his bonus action, he will also write some words of the mighty Frey wading into battle, and he will give her a bardic inspiration.
Yay.
Inspiration. Alright, I've got a Nothic here who will turn around and try to hit Frey, since you were just in their business, and you do have a magic axe that you've been attacking them with.
Mm-hmm.
Feel the magics.
Yeah, that hits.
For 6.
Whatever.
Take
Whatever.
that into your 186 hit points. 16?
16 does not hit.
Ah,
Good try, though.
it was.
Actually, that
Oh, sorry, the
may
D6, the
hit,
D6.
But he has a D6.
The
so he has
D6. God, that is
to-
a hard thing to remember, man.
It is, yeah. I saw the icon.
Yep.
That's what-
That's gonna be a miss anyway. Sorry, the first one was a miss.
Oh, all right.
He's got a headache.
Yep, he's got a headache.
Yes, yes, yes.
The headache that you were familiar with,
Yes, thank God it's not on me.
and it still has the headache. Yeah. Good use of that one. All right. So Celeste is now back in action thanks to your calm suppression.
Yes. Okay. I was just checking because I was worried for a second because common motion. Well, actually, they're not concentration.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, is the other one concentration?
Mass headache just.
Mass headache is not concentration.
Okay.
Surprisingly enough, mass headache is not concentration.
No, it's not. It's just like a one-off. It's a
That's
one
right,
and done.
because when I did it to Celeste and Frey, I couldn't turn it off. That's I
Yeah,
remember
that's
that.
right. That's they had
I
to
couldn't-
deal with it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's a one and done. He does it
One
and
and
then
done.
gets
That's
to
handy
one
that-
right away.
Well, yeah, the friendly fire is bad, but the fact that you can debuff people without a concentration is pretty
Yeah.
big.
Yeah. All right. Celeste is gonna run up to this purple Nothic up here and start wailing. No, 14 does not hit.
It is not.
22 ought to do it
Yep.
for 9. And she's going to punch him in the eye for another 6.
It's because there's a big eye doesn't mean it has to be the only thing you punch.
It's right. I mean, it's right there on the icon. It's like
Yeah.
like a third of the token is an eye.
If a monster's got just one giant eye, it's gonna get hit in the eye. Like
It's
it's
gonna get hit in the eye. That's exactly.
that's how it works.
I mean, she's gonna run back around the corner.
Run away. All right. Feeling blasted by Celeste. This time it will poke around the corner and try to target Celeste with its Whisper of Paranoia. And I need a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. That's not.
Was that Celeste?
good. That was Celeste. yeah.
Okay.
Is this a charm or
No,
a?
this is a.
No?
You
Okay.
take 11 psychic damage, and then you use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against one creature of the Nothic's choice.
Okay.
Take 11 psychic, and then he chooses you to bonk Edmund with the mop.
Lovely. Sorry,
They see that magics. Nice.
Just go ahead and Edmund.
Crack. For 11 damage.
And he's out of it too. Although
No, he's
does
been
trigger the save, right? Oh,
We
no,
get to
he's
save
he's out of it already.
damage.
He's out, yeah.
Yeah,
he's out of it
they've
already.
had their emotions calmed.
Yes.
Yeah, but the motions are only calm for a minute, so
Yeah,
we could still potentially go back into that
That's
trance.
true.
Potentially,
At the end of
yeah.
at the end of the
We did
combat.
take damage, so we should be able to roll.
That's true.
Well,
They
that's a
still
good
roll
point.
to end
That's
the
actually a good
attacks
point.
Entirely?
yeah, that's actually a good point. Both of you can make the saves again, which were
What kind
DC.
was it again? A wisdom?
It was a wisdom save, yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, and the MVPC poll has been posted.
Come on.
Okay. Well, neither one of them come out.
All
of
right,
it.
calm emotion's still going strong, but yeah, neither one. That creature will actually duck back a bit as we go to Lord Marbury.
Lord Marbury realizing now that he is not actually leveling up alongside the players.
The world is leveling up, but he is not.
The world's leveling up, but he is not.
Just passing you by.
He's going to decide that he's no longer an effective attacker in combat scenarios.
Puts in his 2-week notice.
That's right. He's going to spend his action disengaging from these Nothics, and he's going to take off another 10 feet up. Just basically
Okay.
get out of melee range of these Nothic creatures.
Yeah.
He's going to go to like 20 feet in the sky,
Okay.
and that is what he's going to do with his action.
Okay. Unfortunately, Valen, or well, I guess she's got range that she can see. So I think if she goes here, yeah, so she'll target number 3 with a chill touch. All right, I had that one good attack, and now she can't hit worth shit. All right, so you've taken off. This Nothic will. This one will still try to stare at you. You say you're 20 feet up?
Yep.
All right. It'll stare at you specifically, Volver, and be like, "Get back, magics!" And do
I don't
the
wanna give you my magics.
rotting gate. That's a DC 12 con save.
Con save.
Oh, pretty good damage on it.
Nope.
13 necrotic damage.
Ouch.
I don't think that actually affects its that's on an attack roll. And it shakes off the effects.
Oh.
It stole some of your brain juices.
Exactly.
Number 1 will turn around and attack you as well, Frey.
Bring it.
Yeah, with its sweet claws.
Does it also have a minus?
No, this one actually was
Yeah,
able to
he's
free
off.
itself last time.
Yeah.
Well, damn. All right.
Yeah.
I tried. Or
For
whatever.
6, and it tosses in a... Oh!
Minimum.
That was a 3d6, kids.
Oh wow.
I rolled 4 damage on a 3d6. That's
What
almost the worst
ever.
possible damage you can do. 1, 1, and a 2. Jesus, that's
First damage I've taken in all of this.
yeah, that's 10 damage, and then a second claw is not gonna hit. That sucks. You hate to see it. Sneak attack was not very good. Thimbleweed.
I will attack number 1. And you remember my Charlatan arrow this time.
Okay.
Alright.
That'll hit.
So that plus my swarm plus my Charlatan arrow.
Add the things.
Numbers.
14, 24 damage.
Wow.
All right,
Jesus.
that one explodes. That arrow hits, just pins it to the wall with such hilarious force.
It was funny.
The arrow shoots and it hits it's like a Mortal Kombat. Like the spinal cord gets stuck to the arrow and goes through the monster's body and sticks to the wall. And then now
Nice.
the monster just falls down like jelly.
Body of the creature is left.
Yeah, it's very gory.
Yes.
Unnecessarily so.
And I'll attack number 3.
$14 does not quite cut the mustard.
Uh-oh.
Rolled a 2. It's funny, you guys have to roll extremely low to miss, and I've seen you guys
doing
roll
it.
extremely low several times in this fight, in
We're
fact.
meeting those expectations.
You're meeting those expectations. Yeah, it's kind of astonishing. Oh, right, a miss is your charisma.
Charisma, sorry. You do it. Charisma,
Forgot about that. Yeah, when you miss.
I think I missed.
See, this happened with Edmund, too. He missed something, and you got
How
the
did you
short-term
roll a
madness.
0?
You experience vivid hallucinations and have disadvantage on ability checks
Okay.
until the end of your
Alright.
next turn.
Yeah. Yeah. Something.
See, there's multiple Nothics everywhere.
Alright.
Frey.
Hey. What number is this? I need to zoom in. Okay. Number 3. Oh, so close.
I think that'll hit. You rolled 2 19s.
Oh, wow.
Close. Only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah.
Crap damage.
11. Yep, this one's pretty beat up, but that's not going to kill it. 7 definitely hits.
Yeah.
Crap your damage.
Yeah. 10
Wow,
also
yeah.
still up and looking extremely bloodied and wounded, though.
Yeah. Not bad.
Yep.
That's it.
Still a little time on the poll if anyone wants to vote. We go to Edmund.
Bonus action. I'm going to have the reindeer run up to number 2.
The reindeer
Attempt to ram it.
returns. Like, assuming control. It was like trying to flee. Like, get back in there.
You will be back.
Yeah. 24 does hit
Damn.
for 9.
He did charge
He did
towards the target.
charge. You always find the critters that can do extra things.
Yeah.
Extra 2d6 damage.
Yep.
So, oh,
God, we're doing shit with the modifier dice tonight.
It's
Like,
been nuts.
Every one of our extra damage dice.
Yeah, there's been a lot of weird misses and then a lot of really low damage attacks.
Must succeed.
Those of you listening, it was double 1s on a 2d6.
Yep.
must succeed on DC 13 strength saving throw. Be knocked prone.
No, that's
Well, that certainly might happen.
stories.
Okay, of course that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Want
gonna
to have the headache? Does it affect the headache?
I don't think we decided it affected saves.
Yeah, that saves. Yep.
All right. Well, that was my bonus. So Edmund's gonna run up and stab it. It's a green.
This one looks really, really wounded.
green flame blade.
Damn.
Yeah, 23 will hit for sure.
19 damage.
And you destroy it very thoroughly. Robin, you got 2 Nothics remaining.
All right. From where he is, what he's gonna do is pull out the gem of brightness and try to cone attack the 2 that are right in front of him, number 3 and number 4.
Okay.
Yeah. 60 feet cone. So, DC 15 con saving throw or become blinded for 1 minute.
Is it the 60-foot single target or the 30-foot cone with 5 charges?
Oh, yeah, the 30-foot cone. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. For 5.
See.
Yes.
On 15 on. And they both become blinded.
Blinded.
No, the eyes. Once again, you go for the eyes.
Right. And then he will read some words, or write some words of Thimbleweed seeing their fragile state being emboldened. He will give Thimbleweed a point of bardic inspiration.
Yeah, they're like, the magic blinds us. And I'm gonna rule if they can't.
This is the magic you wanted.
Yeah,
my
they can't use their
friends.
gaze though because you blinded them. So against Frey, which I forgot this earlier to roll advantage. I would have advantage on Frey for recklessly attacking, but because I'm blinded, I would have disadvantage. So it's just a regular attack. That's what they can reach. 13, I don't think hits you. And I'm pretty sure 13 still doesn't hit the barbarian. We go to Celeste.
All right, Celeste. Okay, she's gonna run up on this blinded one and bash him with the mop. Oh God.
You rolled a 1. Bad dice are affecting us all. Sorry, you have advantage because he's blinded.
Oh, all right. Well, let's
Forgot
just
about
take that as the first attack.
Yeah, I think
19 as the first attack.
I think that's fair.
Max damage.
That will
13.
destroy that Nothic.
Oh, nice. All right. Well,
Watch as
then
Celeste does her
she
usual
will-
coup de grace.
Yep. Run up and kill Steel.
Yeah, kill steal. The cleaner.
24
The cleaner.
For,
Yeah.
It's exactly. 24 for 9.
Yeah, still up.
And she will
Very
punch him
wounded.
as well. For another 7.
And that will finish off the final Nothic.
I just imagine. I mean, because they're giant eyes, I imagine all of us are talking to the eyes, but
It's fair. I was making a crack at it, but
punching them right. in the eye.
totally fair. Yeah. Indeed. So now, when you go and look at the Magen, you just see like you sift through the robes, and you do see like a blue dust, like a fine dust, like in a kind of pile on the ground.
Does this dust seem magical in some okay? Can we in any way tell whether I don't know what we'd have to roll to figure this out, but in any way figure out whether this Magen was consumed by these Nothics or if he like intentionally became intangible?
Give me an investigation check.
Edmund, do you want to come up here and do an investigation check? I mean, I could try it, but
I mean,
Let's all try it.
curious to come this way.
I have a
That
-1
would-
investigation.
Edmund's still dazed by the wall.
Right.
all right, I rolled pretty solid.
For the next minute, your emotions have been calmed, but unless somebody
Yeah.
smacks you.
I guess that's also true. We need to get away from this wall so those Celeste and Edmund don't.
Well, you're not sure range would end it.
Oh yeah.
Valravn with your 22, from what you
I
can,
kicked the ropes.
yeah, from what you can surmise, you're not sure what might have killed it. I mean, obviously the Nothics could have been, could have done it. But you don't necessarily see signs of a struggle or damage anywhere. And but you're not sure. Like, you've seen these weird, rips and ripples and effects happening all over, so you're not sure if maybe something happened there. What you are certain of is that the dust appears to be the only thing that remains of this creature, which you had learned was a magical construct. So
But there's no damage in the robe. So I guess what
Yeah.
I'm trying to determine is whether the Nothics attacked this thing, like killed it,
Yeah.
or whether it Obi-Wan Kenobi out of his robes.
Oh yeah, he's running around naked somewhere.
Did he just top his robe?
Yeah.
Like an hour ago.
No,
Yeah.
you think the
dead.
dust might actually represent his remains. And when you do look at it, you probably do see some damage marks on the robes, like maybe a little bit of signs of a struggle there. You're not quite can confirm if the Nothics did it or if they're just scavengers and came upon him having already been destroyed.
Lynn, come raise him again.
There's no body here, unfortunately. You do require a corpse to raise, but
Necromancy is a very specific art. There's a very narrow definition that it falls in.
I think she can raise the Nothic. I think she could raise a Nothic.
Yeah, get us some skeletons, villain. Like, do carry your weight.
Yeah, get some skeletons up in here. Pile of bones or a corpse of medium or small humanoid. I don't think they're humanoids, though.
no.
Technically. Yeah, they're beyond humanoid.
Great.
Yeah, well, this sucks. Fortunately, the people have
You
turned into
suck.
monsters, and
Yeah.
the other people that are here are not actually people. They are just magical constructs, so...
I guess, should we be on the lookout for, like, corpses in this dead city?
You can, and yeah, you have not seen anything that would resemble a normal humanoid corpse so far.
Alright.
Imagine it would have maybe been consumed by now.
Anything special about this robe?
No,
Anything special about the dust?
old. The dust, it looks like it's very fine and probably was produced from a gem of some sort. So
I'll take
$1,500
I need fucking
movie.
gem dust. I need that shit like crazy.
As it happens, I'm collecting gem dust.
He's gonna go down and just murder all the magens in the city. Like, I need your fucking
Gem dust.
dust.
I'm very sorry.
It's not personal. But if I want to cast a spell, I have to kill so many more of you.
Yep. How many dollars worth of gem dust? Or gold? Worth of gem dust.
I'm gonna say that was probably 50 gold. You know,
Okay.
I give back to me. I'm gonna have to actually look that
Okay.
up. There may actually be information somewhere. I'm pulling it out my
Okay,
ass, but that
okay.
may actually be information somewhere. But I will let you pocket the dust of a magen, and I'll see if I can look up that information. Real quick here, because we're going kind of around our time. You guys are approaching, or have essentially reached now the this weird stumpy thing, and I'll put you back on this map. Here, your little thing here. And it's an arching strut of dark stone that rises from this ruined district to a junction high up on the central spire. The entrance has a gate engraved with arcane sigils set into the base of the strut. It doesn't look at on this map, but the entire thing, as you approach, begins to glow with that kind of angry purple energy all around it. If you want to give me Arcana check to identify the sigils.
I have a -1 in that too.
Give it a shot.
Hell yeah. I know nothing.
You know nothing.
18 is not bad.
I ask if I need to hit it with my
Edmund
axe.
should have known something, but
Yeah, that's kind of embarrassing for you, Edmund. This is really basic shit. Got distracted there.
Yeah.
Valravin, you identify the 8 symbols as the 8 schools of magic. And
Edmund, you really should have known.
Talking about, I look at science, not magic.
Okay,
science.
fine.
And from your vantage point while you've been walking around the city, you can see on the top of 2 of the closest towers to you, which one is here and the other one is here, they each bear one of those symbols in a very large, prominent display on those towers. I believe there's another one here, some distance. I'm trying to figure out like how far can you see, like given the distance of the city. And a mouth forms kind of above the gate, like magically materializes, and it speaks in that exact same voice that I mentioned earlier when you were walking through the city. The citizens of Ythryn, the spire is currently under emergency lockdown. Only the high wizards of the towers, or those who seek their permission, are allowed inside at this time.
Does this sound like a recording? like an automated message?
You kind of get that feeling, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So there's nowhere for us to go at this stump at this.
So
time.
it looks like it is a gate that does have an entrance inside, but the whole thing has this kind of force around it, and you can go up and do Arcana checks and check it out, or touch it, or whatever you want to do.
He goes and puts the robes on, and then tries to walk through it.
Okay. You do that and you just bounce off kind of harmlessly. It's a weird sensation that just immediately blocks your path.
She immediately hits it with her axe.
Okay. You do that and it just...
Step back.
Yeah. You step back. And it is like hitting just the hardest substance you've ever felt. Like your axe literally like rings in your hands as you step back. And otherwise it makes no... and when you do that, the mouth appears and repeats the exact same phrase.
What was the phrase again?
Citizens of Ythryn, the spire is currently under emergency lockdown. Only the high wizards of the towers, or those who seek their permission, are allowed inside at this time.
We're seeking their permission.
The mouth just says this and then just molds back into the...
Ah,
yeah. What you do see is kind of symbols above the gate, and you've identified them as the 8 schools of magic, and you've seen that the nearest towers seem to match some of those symbols.
So we have to prove ourselves as the high mages in order to access this gate.
The ones you can see immediately closest to you, this one here, the kind of blue, is you identify the Tower of Abjuration. This one over here with the kind of yellow, kind of partially blocked by the place here, the stumpy thing, is the Tower of Conjuration.
That's a dangerous one.
And the one you can see just from a pretty far distance from you here near the outer edge is the Tower of Divination. And then kind of in the distance, you can kind of see other towers around the area that are clearly, towers and not other buildings. But you can't identify exactly what they are yet. And I think armed with this information, we're going to actually call it a session right here. Thimbleweed, you were our MVPC with the very rare 100% of the votes.
Thank you.
Please
I'm
roll
back, baby.
on that table. Master Tracker.
Excellent.
That's always
Very
good.
good.
Greater healing. All right, and that will do it for this week's session of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Thank you to Chris, Heather, Raymond, and Reese for playing. Thank you to our wonderful fans for watching, and the patrons. Shout out to Platinum patrons Joe, Will, Thomas, Stan, William, Brandon, Genocider, David, Eclectic, Roleplay, Roll, Christopher, Brian, William, David, Corey, Koa, 1337, Matthew, Big Nut, John, Infernus, Chris, Scott, and Gene. And gold patrons RPG, Papercrafts, Pretty Boy, and Yuma, Marcus, Dead Lizard, Lounge, Sam, Lumpy Spuds, Jerome, Nathan, Festiga, Tortoise, Scott, Refus, Caroline, and William. Thank you all very much for your support. Live streaming our D&D adventures, and we will see you next time. What's the nuts, sir? The nuts.
Almonds.
Almonds.
Straight up raw ass almonds.
We're raw dogging the almonds over here, folks.
Raw dogging almonds here.
Fantastic.
Good lord.
Delicious.
Hey.
Reese, they actually tamed it down for you being here this week. Usually it's all nut jokes all the time.